for thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? This is our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today USA Boxing. We back, man. Yes, y'all. We back, man. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. You know what I mean? It's always good to, come back and do another show, man, with the family, you know what I mean? The New Media Today USA Boxing family. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Shout out to everyone who's listening to this podcast, guys, on Amazon Music. Shout out to everyone who's listening to this podcast on Spotify. Looking at something right here, guys. Hold on. I'm looking at some, is this a receipt? Oh, I thought this was a receipt. You know what I mean? I thought this was a receipt. Yeah, man. I got the receipts ready. We got Rick Glaser back on. He'll be back on the show in a few minutes, and he'll be calling in. And we also have Freeway Ricky Ross. He's supposed to be here as well. He's gonna chime right on into the show. So we're waiting on that. But anyways, man, we had a good show yesterday, man. I really appreciate you guys. Let's give everybody. Sorry about that, guys. Let me get everything set up over here. Let's get everybody in the chat, man, a round of applause. You know how we do it, man. I always like to start it off with giving everyone in the chat a round of applause. And we're going to allow YouTube to send out the notifications to let everybody know that we are on the chitlin circuit right now. Oh, yeah. Now, Freeway Ricky Ross is the guy the rapper from Miami, from Carroll City, who he got his name from. You know what I mean? So not the rapper Rick Ross. Ricky Ross is the brother's real name. He's from California. People from LA know exactly who he is. He's a legend. He's a legend. He's a legend. But we're gonna talk boxing. He's involved in boxing now. So this is why he's on. Sorry about that, guy. This is why he's on today. He's involved in boxing right now. He has a couple of fighters. He's a financial advisor too. You know what I mean? So we'll let him tell his story. I mean, he can tell his story more than anyone. I'm very interested in this, you know what I mean? Because, out of all the things this man could have done, he jumped into boxing. So, why? You know what I mean? We know how boxing is, you know what I mean? But we'll see. So anyway, let's give everybody a round of applause. Let's do this OJ Jew-Man style. You know how we do it, man. You know exactly how we do it, man.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy, Rick James?
Yes, sir. Now, let's go ahead and do this here, man. Let's give everybody a shout out who is here. Shout out to Bacon and Eggs. Shout out to Andy C in the building. Get this right. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bells. Shout out to Massachusetts Fishing. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on, let me get some water. Yeah, shout out to Massachusetts Fishing, man. Shout out to Ghetto Love. Shout out to Melanated Blancos. What's happening? Shout out to who else we have? Thomas Jones in the building. Shout out to John McSmith. Shout out to Fury and Survivor. Haven't seen you in a minute. Shout out to Chick. What's going on, fam? I hope you're feeling better, baby boy. I hope you're feeling better, baby boy, man. Hope you're feeling better, Chick, man. Do what you got to do, man, to try to get yourself back right. Exercise, try to eat better, whatever. Shout out to let's see who else we have in the building. Shout out to the Queen Love Green Eyes P. Shout out to Macho Monaco. What's happening? DMV in the building. Shout out to the boys out there in DMV, man. Salute to my brother Charlo. Salute to my brother, man. Shout out to everyone in the UK as well. Shout out to Drummond Full Life. He say Blue Blood is biting your style, bro. No, I don't think Blue ain't biting my style. I beat his shit. when you talking about dropping that super chat, bam, on your boy, I stole that from Blue. Everybody who be on this channel know that. I stole that from Blue. Really, I'm gonna be honest with you. Really, when I started doing it, it was a mockery because I noticed that quite a few people from the Alphabet Boys, they used to always come to my show and they used to always try to troll me in the chat. So I did it to really get on their nerves and they used to get so mad. But then when I realized how angry it made them, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just keep doing it. And I haven't stopped since because I know it pisses them off. That's the only reason why I do it, because I know it pissed them off. Shout out to let's see. Shout out to Boxing 619. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Unless you're talking about something else he did, I don't know. Unless you're talking about something else, but But other than that, that's it. Shout out to CB3. Shout out to let's see who else we can have in the building, man. Shout out to Halim in the building. Shout out to Alex Soto. Shout out to Big Money Texas in the building. Shout out to James Brown. James Brown, what's going on, fam? Shout out to let's see who else we have in the building, man. Shout out to Charles N. What's going on? Shout out to Punch Smollett. Shout out to Willie Cole. Willie Cole, what's going on, fam? I got a homeboy named Willie Cole, man, and I got a homeboy named David Cole as well. Shout out to the boys over there in Ponce Leon, man. Let's see. Shout out to Roman Rome in the house. The Wolf of Cards. What's happening, bro? Shout out to his Cole in the winter. Shout out to Trini. Trini, what's going on? Shout out to the one Mr. Ham. Shout out to Steven 47. Shout out to Mr. Man in the building. Shout out to it's who else we got? Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Major Key in the building. Shout out to Batman Boxing Talk. What's going on, man? My man out there in DC, man. Batman, what the league read? Shout out to Carlos. Carlos, what's happening, bro? Shout out to, let's see, who else we have in the building, man? Oh, that's my man. Shout out to Teach in the building. Shout out to Larry Baldwin. Shout out to boxing pound for pound. Let's see. Shout out to who else we have in the building? Rob Rib Shows. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing. Shout out to Eastside Leak. Shout out to Chick once again. Shout out to Paul Evans. Salute to Ava as well. Shout out to Douglas Duran. Let's see who else we have in the building, man. Shout out to Thomas Jones, my brother. Shout out to who else we have, man. The Martin. Shout out to the Martin. Shout out to George H. Shout out to Carl Belton. Shout out to Jorge Herrera. Shout out to who else we have in the building, man. Shout out to Andy C. Shout out to Lil Green Eyes P. Shout out to Javon Soto. Shout out to let's see, Texas Elite. Shout out to Loco 323. Shout out to Wizard Sleeve. Shout out to Kush the Greatest. Shout out to Wilby's Comfort, Omaha, Nebraska. Shout out to Big J in the building. Shout out to Danny. Danny, what's going on, man? Fantasmo. Shout out to Danny Fantasmo. What is it? Fantasmo? I'm probably butchering it. Shout out to Eddie Val in the building. Shout out to Deuce Trey. Deuce Trey 2.3. What's going on, fam? Shout out to G the PT. What's happening, bro? Shout out to Ju Estrada. J.U. Estrada. What's going on? Shout out to my main man, Ride on the Storm. Let's see. Shout out to, I think I got everybody, man. I think we got everybody. Shout out to Boxing God. Shout out to Oscar Rivas. Shout out to Tomas Cruz. And I think we have everybody. All right, let's get into this. Shout out to Christopher Jermaine. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Christopher Jermaine. What's going on, man? And let's see. And shout out to my main man, Shelton, man. Shelton, my brother Shelton Moore out there, west side, west, y'all. For real though, man. True. Yeah, Compton's in the house. South Central and Compton is in the house. One of my favorite songs by NWA, Compton's in the house. Anyways, let's get into this, guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button for the old boy. We're going to have a damn good show today. Now, as I said before, man, we got an exclusive interview with Rick Glaser and Freeway Ricky Ross. We're gonna have an interview on that, and I'm gonna ask him some questions about. I want to get further into what goes into the face of boxing and why is Canelo the face of boxing. We've heard Canelo, we've heard like Cash Cows, we heard Canelo. Rick said Tyson Fury. I don't know about the Tyson Fury thing. I had to do some promo on that. He said Anthony Joshua over there in the UK. Maybe when he says Tyson Fury, maybe he means because Tyson Fury is known in the UK as well as America. If he's making, more popular, I don't know. If that's the point he's making, I don't know. We'll ask him that. And then see exactly what's going on with Ricky Ross, with the real Rick Ross. We can say the real Rick Ross. You know what I mean? Because some people think that the rapper is the real Rick Ross when it's not. It's a lot of these rappers, they take names after guys who were big dope boys in America. That's how it is in America. In America, a lot of these guys, they take names after neighborhood legends, hood legends in the game. Like if you was a jack boy, known robber, like Curtis Jackson, he took 50 Cent from 50 Cent, the guy who was known as a jack boy in New York. That's where he got that name from. So that's what goes on in America. A lot of these rappers, Biggie Smalls, that came from a movie character with Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby, Biggie Smalls, Kansas City Mag, all that stuff there. So that's where we get our monikers from, our you know. But anyways, that's neither here nor there, guys. I didn't mean to get sidetracked. Now, Rick Glaser will be calling in a few minutes. Now, Freeway Ricky Ross, he is a legend in the game, and he is now involved in the sport of boxing. And he has some things that he want to say about the difficulties that he's facing, you know, trying to get into the sport. That's some of the things that I would want to ask him anyways, you know, about just what are some of the challenging things that you seeing right now trying to get into boxing. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of powerful people in the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? Now, as you guys know, Rick Glaser is never at a loss of words. So I'm glad that he agreed to come back for part 2 of the interview that we had the other day. I have some more questions for him. You know, he pretty much answered a lot of stuff already. But what I want to do is, anybody have questions in the chat, drop it in the chat. If you have something else you want to actually drop it in the chat, and I'm seeking I read them and say them. If it's something that we covered already, I'm not going to read it. You know, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm not going to read it if it's something we covered already. But yeah, we'll do it like that. Just if you have something, because I have my questions already. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that Rick is going to be here. You know what I mean? So, and we're going to get both of these guys on and see what's up. You know what I mean? So now, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We have less than 100 likes, and we have almost 168 people in the building. You know what I mean? Hey, Shake Phone say, Coach, did you talk to your neighbor? No, I haven't talked to him. I didn't go over there yesterday. I didn't go over there. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't talk to him. I am. I plan on it. Oscar Rivas, he says, Devin Haney says that Devin is the pride champion. Oh, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. This is very hilarious. Devin, I said, as a matter of fact, let me pull that up. Let me pull that up too. Devin Haney is the pride champion. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna kick the show off like this here. We're gonna kick the show off like this here. This is how we're gonna kick the show off. We're gonna kick the show off with a little bit of He-Man. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna kick the show off with a little bit of He-Man. A little bit of He-Man. You see what I'm saying? You know, a lot of you whippersnappers, you don't know nothing about this here. This is before your time, right? This was before your time. A lot of you whippersnappers, you don't know nothing about this here. But this is what I grew up on. If you don't know nothing about this here, you too young. Sorry about that. We got Rick. Yeah, we kicking it off with He-Man right now. Sorry about that. Rick Glaser called. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Salute everybody. Sorry about that. I had to put everybody on mute. But we got Rick Glaser just called in, so he's on the show right now. Rick, say what's up to everybody, man.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be on the show again today. Freeway Rick Ross will be on shortly, and I'll be just hanging around and helping out as much as I can. That's all I'm doing. And I want to say thank you to everybody, all the shout outs on the comments on from the show the other day that I did with Coach here, and about the Leonard Ellerby and Tank Davis and the pay-per-view numbers and boxing in general. And I appreciate all the positive comments. I'd like to say thank you very much and wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you're doing this holiday season. Let's do it the right way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Rick, man, it seemed like everything is slowed down. As a matter of fact, hold on, Rick. We got to put some respect on your name. Normally, when you come on as a guest, we have to do one thing. Let's give Rick Glaser a round of applause. Yeah, man. Sorry about that, Rick. You supposed to got that off top. You know what I mean? Check this out, Rick. So right now, everything is wrapping up, right? Everything is wrapping up for the year. It seemed like a lot of stuff is slowed down. We got some really good fights this year. The first half seemed like maybe it was kind of slow a little bit, but you know, with Canelo fighting Billy Joe Saunders, Canelo fighting Caleb Plant, you know, Tyson Fury and Wilder, that was a damn good fight. That might be fight of the year. What if you was to pick a fight? which fight would you consider fight of the year right now?
Well, you'd have to go by Tyson Fury because he was on the deck as the champion. He was on the deck twice.
Yeah.
And then he came back to knock out Wilder later in the fight.
Right.
So I would say that would be a no-brainer for fight of the year because it's not only the action in the ring, it's not only the dynamic swings, it's how big the fight was to the world,
right? What
it meant. It's the heavyweight championship of the world, and that doesn't get any. That's the pinnacle of our sport.
Right.
And I don't see how you could. There's some little guy fights that were real good, but they don't have the boxing impact that this fight had around the world. I mean, this was the heavyweight championship of the world, and the champion got off the deck twice to come back and win. And you know what? That's pretty hard to do, but he did it.
Yeah, you're talking about just basically, and then the drama and the stuff that led up to it, which made it what it was.
Everything. I mean, literally everything about the fight. There was no negativity as far as everybody was all gung ho. A lot of people thought Fury got lucky in the first fight to get up. He got lucky in the second fight to win, and here he finished him off in grand fashion after he was on the deck twice.
Right.
So. One thing about Tyson Fury, he's got balls down to his ankles. Yeah. I mean, that son of a bitch needs a wheelbarrow to carry those things because he's got balls, he's got a heart, he's got everything it would take, gumption, and he's got what it takes. I mean, he's just a very unusual guy. What
would you rate the Canelo? Canelo becoming undisputed this year, but yeah, what would you rate that? Like the fight with Caleb Plant. That fight was better than I thought it was going to be honest with you.
It was a better fight in the sense that Caleb Plant won a couple rounds. Okay, don't get me wrong, but you still knew he wasn't going to win. Right. He didn't hit it hard enough to win. You knew that.
Yeah.
Canelo, you got to remember something about a Canelo fight. Everything is almost anticlimactic because you basically know he's going to win.
That's true.
So there's no and excitement to it because it's a foregone conclusion in your mind he's going to win. Now, if the other guy wins, then it's a big deal. Mm-hmm. But he's supposed to win. He's Canelo.
Right.
You understand? Just like, certain fighters along the way. Roy Jones, when he was Roy Jones, the Roy Jones, another one like that, and this kind of stuff will happen. And to be perfectly frank with you, unless there's an upset, it's hard to call any Canelo fight exciting in the sense that he's going to win. It's tough. It's a tough sell. How do you tell? Oh, Canelo's in a tough fight. Well, come on.
Hey, that is true though. Hey, Rick, you make a valid point though. You make a valid point. You make a valid point when you say that.
Listen, a lot of things can compare to auto racing. Okay, the last lap at Daytona 500, the last lap at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the last couple laps at both actually. Okay, and anything can happen. It's drama, high drama. What's high drama about a Canelo fight? It's just a matter of when it's over with.
Yeah.
There's no high drama, right? I mean, he methodically picks you apart. That's how he fights. He's brilliant. He just is. And it's like when Floyd fought. It wasn't whether Floyd was going to win. It was how he was going to win. Knockout, decision. You just knew he was going to win. That because they're special athletes.
What do you think about the Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos fight? This guy George was a 13-1 underdog. I don't think anyone's seen that coming. Well,
I don't think that's fight of the year. That's definitely upset of the year.
Upset of the year, yeah.
Okay, upset of the year. That's not fight of the year.
Right.
There's no way.
You're right.
But it's definitely upset of the year.
You're right.
There's definitely upset of the year.
Man, I mean, I was thinking about what you were saying, like in the heavyweight division. So I'm looking at this video, right? And I know you made it clear about how you feel about the franchise belt. But I'm looking at this video.
No. You got it wrong. It's the
French fries belt. Yeah, the French fries belt.
Yeah,
the French fries belt. Yes. I'm the one that gave it that name. I don't know why I keep forgetting. The French fries belt. Now, Mauricio Suleiman, he said that made it clear. He said that George Kambosos is the undisputed champion according to the WBC. No one else is recognizing it, other sanctioning bodies. And he said that Devin Haney is now the WBC Pride champion. Now, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but my GED education tells me that I never heard of a Pride champion before. But you've been in the game longer than me. Can you tell me what is a Pride champion?
Never heard of it. It sounds a Pride champion sounds something that Pride. The Pride parade every year in Buffalo is the gay parade. It sounds like it's got something to do with that LGBTQT whatever, doesn't it?
I don't. Yeah, that's what I thought about. That's what I thought about. It's crash. So this listen. You know, I want to ask you about what do you think about the Alphabet Boys? You know, I call the LDBC the Alphabet Boys. What do you think about the Alphabet Boys trashing the WBC now? They don't like the WBC.
Who's the Alphabet Boys? What do you mean by that?
The LDBC. You probably we probably never.
Oh, the Lions Den boxing community. Oh, those guys.
Yeah.
What do I think of? What's the question? What do I think about what?
Yeah, this is a subscriber. This a subscriber wanted me to ask you this. What do you think about them now bashing, trashing, talking bad about the WBC? Because right now they're riding for Devin Haney. They're pro Devin Haney right now. And then so now because Mauricio Suleiman they said that Devin Haney is the new WBC Pride champion. You know, the subscriber wanted to ask you, what do you think about that?
Well, obviously he doesn't know what the word pride means. When people think pride, they think gay. So obviously he doesn't know what it means. So he's a little out of touch there. Right. I don't know what to say. I mean, listen, Jose, his father, late father, she passed away January of 2014. I remember like it was yesterday. I cried. I mean, he was a great guy. He was just a super guy. I really like Mauricio, but he does some fucked up shit occasionally. And I'm very vocal about it. As much as I like the guy, you can't stand behind some of these decisions that he makes. It's literally impossible. You know, and it's impossible.
Yes, sir. Listen, subscribers. Hold on, Rick. Subscribers, listen. If you got a question to ask, make sure it's it's a good question. I'm not gonna ask Rick's Raypax Trucking Company. I'll send you your $5 back via Cash App. I'm not gonna ask him this question. I'm not gonna ask Rick that question. That's not a serious question.
No, ask every question. I want to hear it.
All right.
I want to hear it.
This guy want to know. He wanted me to ask you: have you taken a picture on Santa Claus' lap already?
Well, first of all, I'm Jewish.
Right.
That's the first thing. And I've never been on Santa Claus's lap in my entire life. Thank you.
Right. Okay. All right. So I hope you answer your question. You know. What I mean?
Even as a child.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, Rick is Jewish, so he doesn't. You know, that's not his culture. He doesn't practice that. But as I was saying, as it relates to this pride stuff. So my thing is this here. I say that Mauricio Suleiman, he is the author of confusion. He is the author of confusion. And, you know, when he created this French fries belt, you know, he created all this mess that we have going on right now. And then now it's, you know, I feel bad for Devin Haney. I'm not going to lie. I don't know him, never met him, don't know his father, but I like to call a spade a spade. The man is a champion. And now you're creating rules on the fly. And every time you interview Mauricio Suleiman, it's something different. It's something different. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about him. I really don't know.
I'll leave it like this with you. You ready?
Yes,
it's
sir.
mass confusion to the public. It's just as confusion. Mauricio's got himself confused.
Right. So these belts that's being created, he asks every belt that's created in boxing, right? Every fighter has to pay a sanctioning fee for these belts, right?
They pay 3% when they fight. Other perks, yes.
Right, when they fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what about the IBO? Is the IBO the same?
The problem is the TVs don't recognize the IBO. The TVs only recognize the WBC, the WBA, the IBF, and WBO. Isn't that enough?
Yeah, it is enough. It is enough. So how can one sanctioning body create their own rules by saying one guy's undisputed within their organization? He says that, hey, We created a new concept. I have the videos. We created a new concept over here with the WBC, and people just do not want to accept the new concept that we've created, you know, with the franchise, I mean, the French fries belt and stuff like that. So, like, why are, I guess, I don't know, I guess this is a question I would have to ask Mauricio Suleiman. Like, why are you creating all of these different belts? I'm pretty sure Devin Haney has to pay a sanction fee every time he fights. And
everybody does,
right? So even for the French fries belt. So
did you ever go to a whorehouse and get a free piece ass?
That answers the question.
She's a whore. She's a whore because it's not because she's giving it away. Trust me.
Yeah. Who do you think, in your opinion, win out of Lomachenko and Devin Haney, if they were to fight each other, hypothetically?
Who would win? Lomachenko.
Why?
Too experienced, too good on his feet, too slick, and he knows how to get around somebody's best assets.
Okay.
And that's winning and losing. And those close fights. Now, those are the two things that make up winning a close fight: is being mentally clear of all distractions. Okay, where you're 1,000% concentrated not only on the fight and the fight night, but leading up to the fight, all the training camp and everything else. That's the first thing. The second thing is knowing how to win, and he knows how to win. Okay, remember, every time he fights a tiger. He don't fight no soft touches.
Right. He does fight tough fighters.
Right.
That, yeah. Which, Rick, you never been a promoter before, right?
I promoted fighters, but I wasn't the promoter of the shows. I promoted my own fighters and put them on other people's shows.
Okay, so
that was back in the 90s up to 2008.
So which fighter that have you promoted in the past that would be considered big time? Like a big time fighter?
I promoted let's see, Simon Brown.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Simon Brown. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Not what he okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Billy Irwin was world number one contender. Like, he had 2 world title shots at lightweight. He was a Canadian. He lost to Paul Spadafore and Juan Diaz.
Okay.
I've had some good fighters. No complaints.
All right.
Zero.
All right. Another question. Tell me what was the reason, from your knowledge, when Caleb Plant and Canelo when the fight? Remember when they was negotiating and the fight fell apart the first time, and then Canelo was talking about fighting Bivol or Beterbiev, and then they came back to the table and made that fight happen. From your knowledge, from your understanding of the situation, from what you might have heard, what was the reason why the first time the fight fell apart?
Because Heyman wanted to pay him $30 million. He's hold on. Freeway just texted me, says not letting me log in since I have to go in through Facebook or YouTube, and I have neither one program on my. Okay, so
tell them to call.
Call in. Okay,
no. Tell them. I want to see. Can we do a 3-way? Tell them to call in. We can do a 3-way, maybe. Okay, hold on. Call. I'm gonna call your number. All
call
right.
7.
You want to call back in?
No.
Okay.
754. Hold on. 1 second.
Hold on, guys. Yeah, guys. Hold on, guys. He's trying to call. Freeway is trying to come on the show now, but he says I don't know. He's having difficulties, so we may just have to get him to call in and do a 3-way call. I really wanted to have him on the show. I really wanted to. I wanted you guys to see, to see his face. You know what I mean? I really wanted that, because he does a lot of interviews. So I really wanted you guys to see his face. But hold on, guys. Hold on. We got it. I got it. Yes, sir. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Ricky Ross, Los Angeles, California.
Yes, sir. Hold on, my brother. Hold on. Yes, sir. Hello, hello. Yes, sir. Mr. Ross, what's going on, my brother? Let everybody know who's on the phone right now.
Man, this your man, Freeway Ricky Ross, the real Rick Ross, not the rapper.
The real Rick Ross, not the rapper. Let me see. Can we do a three-way? Brother, please don't hang up. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Can I
if
get
I do, I'm gonna call right back.
Okay, hold on.
I do,
No, I got it. Hold on, my brother. I got it. There you go. Freeway, are you still online, sir?
I'm here.
Okay, and Rick Glaser, are you still online?
Of course.
Okay,
That's my main man. My main man, Rick Glaser. Hey, Coach, where are we going without you? This is your show, and it's about you, bro. We're here to facilitate your efforts to become the #1 boxing podcast everywhere.
Yes, sir, man. I really appreciate that, man. Man, Rick, to be honest with you, brother, Freeway Ricky Ross, the real Rick Ross, the one who the rapper, this is the one, the brother who the rapper got his name from, guys. So
no doubt. Not just him though, it's a couple other rappers that use
Freeway.
my name too,
Yeah, Freeway from
we
Philly.
got Freeway out of Philly. That my man, I talked to him this morning. We trying to put some stuff together. And then you got Freeway Rich out of Kansas City. And then you got the Freeway Boys out of Cincinnati. But yeah. They get around and they ain't get around.
Yes, sir. So I see, as a matter of fact, I want to let me type this up and let everybody know you're here. I see that I see that you're getting involved in boxing right now. And that really intrigued me because everyone knows your story. You've been everywhere. I've seen every Vlad TV interview. I listened very intently. I was just looking at an interview that you did not too long ago on a platform. I don't want to look it up right now and mess the call up. But man, I'm telling you, man, I'm like, I love the fact, I love the man that you have become now, your evolution. Please explain to me, let us know how you were able to make the transition from where you started at in the streets to, going inside, having to fight for your life, fight for your freedom, in order to get back out of the feds. And then to come out here now in today's time on the street and to just kind of like reinvent yourself, be like, just what was that process like? Explain that to me.
Coach, I'm gonna be straight up with you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
The only difference in me now and then is I don't sell cocaine no more.
Right.
I'm the same guy. I do the same thing. I treat everybody the same way that I treated them when I sold cocaine. I read a book while I was gone. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. And the book told me what my mistake was. See, my mistake was I went to a dope dealer. I asked him how to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what he did?
What's that?
He gave me some dope. Because that's what he knew, how to make money.
Yes, sir.
So what I found out is that what I should have done is went to the banker and asked the banker how to make some money. Because what he does is he sells money. He doesn't sell dope. He sells money. Right. Now what you do with that money after he gives it to you, that's not his business. But his job title is to sell money. So now I know that I was looking for the right thing, but I went to the wrong person and asked him for the right thing. And he gave me what he knew he could give me.
And so you saying that was your biggest mistake?
That's my only mistake that I made in the whole game. Had I not done that, I would be probably Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or Gates or just think if I would have went to Gates' dad and told him that I want to make some money. He would have probably showed me how to copyright software.
Right. And do you think what was the reason why kind of like, and I heard the story a million times, just again, I've seen every interview that you've had. I've seen all of your interviews, like literally.
If you saw my interviews, you're good.
Right. Well, you done a lot. Yeah, but I don't want to say every. I would just say all of your Vlad TV interviews. Oh my God. All of your Vlad TV interviews. I listen. I've been very just very intrigued. You know what I mean? Because just your background.
Yesterday I woke up yesterday morning and one of my guys, he hit me and he started a trainer event. He said, "Man, I appreciate you." And I swear that if I didn't get 6 other people yesterday tell me that they saw me on Vlad, they saw me here,
and they appreciate the message that I've been giving them, and that the message has been working for them. So and that's really why I do those Vlad interviews. You know, people ask me all the time. A lot of people don't like Vlad, but I say, you know what? Vlad gets my message to the people that I want to hear what I got to say. So you know, I'm an experiment right now. I'm a project in the works.
Okay.
And you got my man Rick Glaser on the phone. He's an example of what I just told you about me going to the dope dealer and now knowing to go to the banker. So I want to be in boxing. So guess who I go to? I go to Rick Glaser.
Go to Rick Glaser. You go to Rick Glaser. So how are you making your transition now into the sport of boxing? Like out of all of the things that you are doing and have done, why pick boxing? What is it about boxing, and what exactly are you doing right now in the sport of boxing, or trying to do, rather?
Well, I'm gonna go into it. When I was selling drugs, Don King had walked up to the table and he shook everybody's hand at the table. Mm-hmm. We was at the, I think we was at the Sugar Ray Hagler fight, and he shook everybody's hand at the table. And I was sitting in jail with a life sentence, without the possibility of parole, never going home. And I thought to myself, what would have happened that day if you'd have got up off the table, walked over to Don King and said, Don King, I got $3 million. I'll give it all to you.
Oh, what you think would have happened? Rick. Rick, are you still there? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute.
Rick, and pick me up.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, sorry about that. You had went out a minute. That was my fault. You had went out.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. You said you gave Don King $3 million.
No, I would have. If I would have known better back then. I would have went up to Don and said, Don, I got $3 million. I want to work with you. Let's take this money and put it to work. Show me what to do. So I didn't do that. So while I was sitting in prison with a life sentence, I thought back to what would have happened if I would have did that. And then I said, you'd have been the king of boxing. Because there's nothing that I do that I don't go to the top in. I just found ways to excel, how to get to the top. And when I got home, I was in the halfway house, and this guy named Rob Garcia introduced me to Floyd Mayweather, who came and picked me up in a Maybach, a brand new Maybach, and he had the brand new Rolls Royce with the stuff in the top that I'd never seen before, and I was impressed. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not easily impressed, but I was impressed. And I thought me and Floyd Mayweather was gonna build a relationship, and we was gonna be friends. And in his video, he said, "Oh, wherever you see me, you're gonna see Rick, and everybody support Rick." And I was like, "Oh, wow." I come out and hit the jackpot. I go right to the top of boxing as soon as I touch the street. But later on, I'd actually introduced me to Al, and he made a statement that you don't take nobody to the plug, and then he kind of cut me off, and he started running around with the rapper, and I kind of felt shunned. I kind of felt used. How a guy might take a girl out and he wine and dine her, and then he take her to the motel and he hit, and then he never called her again. He never answered a call no more. Right. Well, I kind of felt like that. I felt cheap.
That's what Floyd Mayweather did to you when you got out?
That's how I felt, yeah. I still feel like that. I still feel like that today, So then some say, you know what, just show him who you are. Because I thought you knew. I thought he knew who you was, but he didn't really know who you was. Mm-hmm. So just show him. So now I'm going to take Al Heyman's job.
So I want to make sure I got this correct. Have you actually met Al Heyman?
Nope.
You never met?
I don't have to know nobody to take their job.
Yeah.
when I started putting all these boys out the dope business, I didn't know who they was.
Right.
Now that I care. A little bit now it's a little better though, because at least you know who your targets are. You could pick your target, but when you're selling drugs, you don't know who your targets are.
You don't know
just shoot.
No, you're right.
No.
You're right about that. So when you got out, Floyd picked you up in the Maybach and stuff like that, and just basically, I mean, you're a legend. And like when you got out, it was like, you got Rick Ross, he's home now, he's this, he's that, we know. And at the height of your, I wanted to be the one to ask you this question. At the height of your day when you was making money, what's the most money? And I've heard you say this several times on Vlad TV, but I want to hear you say it myself. What's the most money you ever made in one day at the height of your heyday?
3 million, 3.2, something like that, maybe 3.3 million. One day. That's just one day.
That's net profit, by the way. That's not gross handle.
No, it's not. It's not. My profit by that probably was about $600.
He's got his accountant on the phone.
Yeah, they count. Yeah, they count on the phone. Okay, $3 million. Okay, you can't use your fingers for that. You can't use your fingers for that. So, in the sport of boxing,
I had 3 girls to count my money. You know, with money machines, they was in charge of counting money. I got tired of counting money. Some days, if I had to count money, I wouldn't work. If I had to count money today, I ain't working today.
And you know what? Those are types of problems I would love to have. To get tired of counting money. I'm tired of counting money.
Well, you better come on and ride with Rick, then. You better come on and ride with Rick.
Hey,
Rick and Rick.
Yeah, Rick and Rick, man. Yeah, Freeway Ricky.
It's gonna be bigger. This stuff that I'm doing right now is gonna be bigger than it was then. Right now, let me tell you another little story, and people don't really get it. But my man Les Brown told me about this bamboo tree. And you plant this bamboo tree, and it takes 5 years for the bamboo tree to pop out the ground. But you gotta water it and nurture it every single day. You can't miss a day, because if you stop watering and nurturing it, it's gonna die and it's never gonna pop out the ground. But if you do exactly what you're supposed to do every single day, it's gonna pop out the ground. And once it pop out the ground, it's gonna grow 20 feet high. Right. Well, I've been nurturing this project right now for 13 years. Really longer than that, because I was nurturing it when I was in jail.
Right.
You know, I taught myself how to read while I was in jail.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I know. You told that story. Which shocked the hell out of me. You taught yourself how to read when you was in jail, and you figured it out.
Well, you know what happened? I found out that I never had a reason to read. I only do stuff that I have a reason for it. If I don't have a reason for it, I ain't gonna do it. If it don't make sense to me, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. But once something makes sense,
he couldn't read, but he counted money very well.
Yeah, he counted money very well. What are you looking?
And I'm able to motivate people. I'm able to motivate people to go to levels that they never thought they could have went to on their own.
So
I give people confidence.
So you're working with Rick Glaser. How did you and Rick Glaser meet? How did you and him meet?
My man, Rick Glaser. Let me tell you, the first night I met Rick Glaser, we stayed up till 3 a.m. And I just fell in love with this guy, man. You know, I'm a fan of brilliance.
Right.
You know, I just love brilliant people. You know, I can't get enough of them. If I could stack 1,000 of them in my house, I'd put all of them in there, because I just love brilliant people. I love people that can think and people that are genuine. And when I met this guy, he was just so brilliant, and whatever came to his mind, he said. Whatever he felt, that's what he said. And I was like, I don't get to meet people like you. You know, you don't get to talk to people that's going to say, he don't care if it offends you or whatever. That's what it is. That's what it is. And he calls it. So we stayed up till about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I barely got up the next morning, but I couldn't wait to get with him again and hear some more of the stuff that he told me about boxing.
Have you met Don King yet?
I met Don King. You know, when I got out of prison, Debbie King took me into Don's office. Debbie and Carl took me into Don's office, and I was willing to work for Don for free. I was going to relocate myself to Miami, and I was going to start helping Don King with his business for absolutely nothing. Because what I try to do is, whenever I make a mistake, I always try to correct it. You know, I'm not one of those people that make a mistake and then continue to make the mistake. And no, you made the mistake. You know, yeah, I made a mistake, but I'm not going to do the same mistake again and again and again. So I felt that one of the mistakes I had made was that I didn't go to work for Don King that day that he came and shook my hand, and I wanted to make that up. And when I got out of prison, I was in Palm Beach, Florida, and one of my guys said, "Man, I know Don King's daughter and son, and if you want to meet Don, I can take you there." And I said, "Man, I want to meet Don bad. I want to meet Don." And I went and I told him, and Don couldn't make a decision.
So how are you able to handle your transition? Because you did, how much time you did in prison?
20 years.
You did 20 years in prison on a life sentence, and you had to learn how to read. You educated yourself, and you pretty much got yourself out of prison, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct?
I did. I found the issue. My lawyer wrote it up. I showed him what I wanted in the motion. He put it in there the way I said it should go, and the appeals court agreed with me that my 3 strikes wasn't a normal 3 strikes, that it was a continuous criminal spree and not a career criminal.
The 3 strikes law. Who came with that bill? I forgot. Where did that bill come from?
I think that came in during the Reagan's time.
Reagan era. Okay, I figured in the
Yeah,
80s,
the
right?
Reagan
In the
era.
80s, yeah. In the 80s.
Yeah, you know, they had just got finished, you know, with the cocaine. They didn't need cocaine over
They were going after. I'll tell you what they were doing. They were going after the drug dealers in South Florida. Number one, the Colombians and the Cubans. Okay, and they were going after the New York Mafia. Both, and that honestly came from Jack Kemp, who was a U.S. congressman who was an NFL quarterback at one time for the Buffalo Bills, and he was my congressman, and he had told me himself what it was about.
Okay.
So there's your answer right there. They were aiming for the Colombian and Cuban drug dealers in Miami. Well, drug dealers, period, but that whole cartel or clique, and then they were aiming for the New York City Mafia guys. And that's what they were doing.
And then they put that 100-to-1 crack cocaine versus powder cocaine in there. So that mean they was going after the black Crips and Bloods too.
Yeah, the blacks, because they knew the blacks sold crack. So anyone who sold crack, it was a 10-to-1 ratio. You get caught with a dime rock of crack, you can get 20 years, for something. Yeah. That was,
for 2 ounces you could get 10 years on your first offense, and your second offense you get 20. Matter of fact, my first cellie was 18 years old, and he had 20 years. He got 20 years in prison.
So why you pick boxing? Why boxing? What is it about the sport of boxing
I
ain't
just gonna punish the boxers. I'm gonna punish the boxing game. I'm gonna punish the movie business, the record business, clothing. I'm just as strong in those areas as I am in these others. One of my friends, who a young guy that I mentored out of college when he graduated from Northridge University, he helped me negotiate my first movie contract. He just got an $85 million budget to do movies, and that's my guy. So we getting ready to shoot my movie. We have a budget from $20 to $30 million to shoot my movie. So.
He's got the name of the movie. It's Freeway Rick and Slick Rick.
So I'm gonna punish the movie industry too.
So
I just like business.
Yeah, you like business. You love it. You love it. You just like being.
I love it. You right. You know what my wife told me the other day?
What she told you?
She said, "You talk about 2 things." I said, "What's that?" Business and your kids, or your kids and business. I said, "Well, what else isn't in life?"
What else isn't in life? Yeah, you're right about that. You know what I mean? You got to have things that you're willing to fight for and have a sense of purpose for why you're alive, while you're breathing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I totally agree with that. So, have you had other movie people, like other rappers and entertainers, or people just in the sport of boxing in general, who said they love you so much and this and that? We need to get a story out there about you. We see 50 Cent. He did something with Big Meech and BMF. Have anyone ever approached you to to do a movie on your life? I know you're doing it yourself, but have anyone ever approached you?
I talked to Nick Cannon, Nick Cassavetes, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ori Emanuel, Michael Epps, Cat Williams, Kevin Hart.
I'll tell. Let me describe what's happening, Coach. Rick is going through the movie process, but he wants to drag his feet a little bit on it intentionally because he wants to have even a better ending to this whole thing, where he's even more successful than he is currently, like blown up in business, like huge. And if within a couple years that'll happen, the way things are going for him overall between all his fields that he's in and ventures he's in right now. So as every passing day goes by, there's more success in a Freeway's life.
So Freeway, do you feel like you're spreading yourself through too thin, or do you feel like, hey, I've been going 20 years, man. I need to hit the ground running and accomplish.
Well, that's a good point, but I don't look at me spreading myself too thin, because I have people that I allow to. I don't micromanage. If I find somebody that knows what they're doing, I let them do it. and I sit back and watch him do it and enjoy the rewards. You know, some other people, you know, they want to do everything. They want to control everything, but I don't have to control everything. I can sit back and take lessons. I can take advice. And one of the things that I found out about myself, I'm a very good listener. You know, I'm running my mouth right now, but I listen really well. You know, I know how to sit there and shut my mouth and just absorb.
You got to be to hang around with me.
Yeah, yeah, talk. Hey, yeah, Rick Glaser can talk. And I know I can. I got a big ass mouth too. Rick, you have a brother here in the chat. He said that he wanted to give his respects to you. His name is Big Money Texas. He said he wanted to give his respects to you, and he said that he bought your book. You know, your book motivated him in order to get out of the game and get into real estate, from trapping to boxing. So he wanted to salute you for that. You know, your book motivated him.
Thank you.
What's the name of your book?
Freeway Rick Ross Untold Autobiography, and then the other one is called Riding with Rick. It's about my first 6 months out of prison.
Okay.
And you know, my documentary stayed on Netflix for a year and a half.
Yeah, I know.
Page.
Yeah, I know.
So really, Netflix should be hollering at me right now, but you know, they ain't gonna do it.
What is the do you get any, I know it seems like a dumb question, but do you get any kickbacks from that? Like, you know,
no,
from that,
I got beat out.
No royalties?
I got beat out that documentary.
He didn't get his just due what he should have got. Let's put it that way. That's the best way to put it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So what did you learn from that experience?
But what I did get out of it was what I went into it for. You know, I went into it for 2 reasons. My main 2 reasons. You know, money was, you know, everybody needs money, and I wanted to get some money out of it. But my main thing is I wanted to educate people about the drug business, because I felt that there had never been a true tell-all book or documentary about the drug business. You know, nobody had ever did it. You know, in the drug business, it's always shut your mouth and don't tell.
Okay. Yeah. So basically,
so what I felt that our kids was not getting the true information about. You know, if somebody picks up my book and they read it, Coach, they'll know exactly how to start selling drugs, and they're gonna know how it's gonna end. Mm-hmm. So they can make a logical decision, because what I feel is our kids are making decisions with half truths, and you know, if somebody make a half truth, you can't blame them if it doesn't go correctly.
I understand exactly where you're coming from. How do you relate the sport of boxing to like your past experiences? Because I know you're getting involved in it, but I just wanted to know that.
Say that again.
How do you relate the sport of boxing to your past experiences, like what you've been through in the past?
Well, you know, boxing is it could be a cruddy business. You know, I mean, they take the guys and they almost, some guys in this industry almost treat the boxers as if they're dope fiends. You know, they take their money and they put them in the projects, and they don't get any of the money, and they run around, they're broke, and they have to take second jobs, and you know, it's a cruddy business. So it could be even more cruddier than what the drug business was. You know, because if you do something wrong in the drug business, you might get killed.
Right.
But you know, in boxing, they feel like if they take advantage of a boxer, well, he ain't gonna kill me.
Boxers are looked upon as interchangeable parts, pretty much in boxing. You know, so yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. Especially if you're not a top guy, then yeah. I have another question for you right here in the chat. How do you feel about Snowfall?
I never watched it.
Wow, you never watched
it? John Singleton was helping me with my movie. You know, I wanted him to direct my movie. I thought he was the perfect person because he grew up in South Central LA, and I thought that it was just a great situation for me and him to be working together. Mm-hmm. And one day, because I was working with John and Dino and them on the movie, but I was also working with Nick Cassavetes about a TV series. And so we go up to the Weinstein's office. I go with Nick Cassavetes to Weinstein's office, and one of them popped out the back room, and they pulled a magazine out and said, "Oh, Snowfall has just been funded. We're not doing another drug movie."
Did they consult with you?
No, they didn't. they tried to consult with me about a year ago. You know, after it was already out. And I think when John had died, they said they thought about bringing me in. And I ran into John one day, and you know, he had a long, drawn out story about he wanted to bring me into the piece, and he had some money for me and so forth. But you know, he died about 2 or 3 months later, so
yeah.
I never saw that money.
So what is a day? Listen. What is a day like? What is your average day like? When you wake up in the morning, Freeway Ricky Ross, you know, you've been through what you've been through in the past. Right now, you got a good team around you. You're probably still building your team, and you have all of these different ideas and different projects that you are involved in. Run us through a typical day. What's the day in the life of Freeway Ricky Ross right now today in 2020?
I don't get up as early as Slick Rick. I'll tell you that. Yeah. I usually start about 5:30 though. 5:30, 6 o'clock. I start taking phone calls from the East Coast. Range from credit rebuilding to boxing, you know, real estate, and it goes all day. I probably still about 100 calls a day, maybe 200 sometimes. And my meetings will range from movie production to TV series to podcasts, clothing lines, diesel trucks, car sales. You know, just you know, one of my guys, Adrian Miller. He's a big time record executive out here, and he told me, he said, "Man, you just a wheeler and a dealer." And I say, "Man, you sum me up because I like wheeling and dealing."
And so that's what the guy said. That's what the guy said to you. Pretty much said to you when you just a wheeling and dealing. That's what he told you.
He said, "I'm just a wheeler and a dealer."
Do you know?
I'm gonna be wheeling and dealing.
Do you know the LDBC? Someone in the chat wanted me to ask you this.
Yeah, I know them. They're my folks.
Okay.
CC, Cecilia Robinson is my manager.
Okay.
And Black is her husband.
Okay. Okay. So that answers your question, Neely Fuller. That answers your question. You know, you gotta this guy been asking me this question twice already. So we want to ask you.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I know them.
So the projects that you're working on now is in the sport of boxing. What exactly are you working on in boxing? Like, who are you working with? Do you have any fighters? If you do, how many? What capacity? What role are you playing? You know, in their lives. Are you advisor? You manager? What are you doing?
I'm advising. Right now, I got a kid out of Austin, Texas, named Kid Austin.
Okay.
Floyd Schofield. I got another kid out of Philadelphia named Nafia Charles. Both of them are 8-0.
Okay.
I just signed 2 kids this weekend. I call them kids because they're much younger than I am.
What's their name? What's their name?
One name is Bashan Champ.
Okay.
Champion. Yeah, Champion.
Great name. The other one is Alvin
Vermel. Yep.
I got a kid out here right now that I'm interviewing. We'll be going to the gym with him in a little while. I'm interviewing him. He's 3-0 or 4-0. I got a couple other guys that's been called. You know, I had to call Sam Watson the other day and said, "Man, tell your fighters to quit calling me. All those fighters keep calling me from PBC."
Right.
So, and Rick got a laugh out of that when I did that the other day. But
why are the PBC fighters calling you?
Well, a lot of them are inactive.
Yeah,
Rick can tell you better than me.
Yeah, well, like I was on the show the other day when I was telling you, Coach, that, you know, it's like the 25 guys, 30 guys on TV are yelling, screaming, yeah, "Oh, thank you, Al Heyman." What about the 225 other guys that aren't on TV? You know, they're starving to death, and those fighters are calling Freeway. And, you know, they're very disgruntled with Heyman. They all sign contracts. They can't badmouth the PBC. They can't badmouth Sam Watson, Al Heyman, you know, all this kind of stuff. And they're sitting there like mummies. So people are calling Rick like rockets. I mean, he woke up one morning, there was 6. He had 6 forms of messages in one day from PBC fighters just waking up in the morning. It's just out of control.
I talked to three fighters this morning. one undefeated, 14-0. You know, they're trying to find somebody to help them. You know, they need help, and that's what I'm here for. You know, I'm here to help the guys who maybe took a loss and got dropped. You know, now you lose one fight, you can find yourself booted out. I know one kid told me he lost one fight and they kicked him out of his apartment, dropped him off the roster, and it's awful, man. You know, these guys are every time they go in the ring, they fighting for their life, because if they lose, they're gonna be out of a job.
Dude, which company did that fighter fight for? That got kicked out of his place.
Well, you know, I'm gonna keep that in secret. Okay. I don't want to. You know, I can't disclose.
Yeah, I understand it.
No, because you know these guys, they could get black. I can't be blackballed.
Right.
But you know, other people can.
The fighters can. I understand that. That makes sense.
Yeah,
who do you feel right now is the number one pound for pound boxer?
I don't know. It's up in the air. You know, Canelo has been doing an awful good job, and you know, Terrence Crawford is awful good, and Earl Spence is good. I like the kid Telefimo before. I still like Telefimo. I thought he fought a good fight, even though he had you know, didn't get the call. I still thought he fought a good fight, and it was one hell of a fight. But the game is still, you know, Canelo is the only one that's fighting. It seems like everybody that comes to the table seems like he's taking them on. So I guess I would have to give him the nod right now.
Canelo, yeah, okay, yeah, he is busy, and he's a lot busier than a lot of guys. I look at some of the fighters that's with the PBC, like Jamal Charlo and stuff like that. Are you familiar with him?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
the Charlo twins.
Yeah, I really like Jamal Charlo, but I've been one of his biggest critics because, you know, these guys sit around and they just want to wait on one guy, Canelo. And me personally, I feel like, you know, that, hey man, you got other champions in that division that you can fight. Create your own lane and stop chasing this one guy. You know what I mean? I don't believe in a fighter keep chasing another fighter. So if you're a champion in one division, if you was managing Jamal Charlo, would you advise him to do that? What would you advise him to do? You have four guys out of.
Well,
go ahead.
I would set up a program where I would give everybody in the division a shot at me. You know, you want a shot? Come on. And we just, you know, I just beat up everybody in the division until sooner or later the guy would have to say, you know what, I'm gonna shut this guy up. I'm gonna stop him before he hurts somebody. The way he's beating people up, he's gonna hurt somebody.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler. I love Hagler, man. Love Hagler, man. So
you know, Kid Austin had 8 fights last year. You know, he won 8 fights last year. So, you know, we're gonna keep our fighters busy. We're not gonna let them sit around and get rust on them. And sooner or later they're gonna have to, you know, somebody's gonna have to give them a nod where they can get the fight. I mean, because these guys, if they look at it, they letting this guy Jake Paul take over their industry. The guy who never even fought in the amateurs or nothing like that. Yeah, I don't think he put on a pair of gloves before 3 or 4 years ago, and now he's becoming the biggest attraction in boxing.
You know, to the average boxing fan who don't watch Jake Paul, you know, we may look at him as a joke, whatever. He ain't nobody. But what I look at is this guy has a built-in audience. He has a built-in fan base from social media.
Correct.
And he's able to take a percentage of that fan base to watch him box and fight pay-per-view fights. And you know, and you and Rick Glaser both know in boxing, it's about the bottom line. Who can put butts in seats? Who can sell pay-per-views? And the fact of the matter is, whether you like him or not, that's what's going on with Jake Paul.
And you know what? And you mentioned that to me earlier, and I didn't think about it. And he's a friend of mine, Boots, you know, out of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
He's a perfect example of somebody who could be the best fighter in his division that's not getting a chance. And because I believe it's because he's not bringing in the fans for the pay-per-view. You know, if he could guarantee a Earl Spence or a Terrence Crawford $20 million payday, you know, they would take that fight.
Right.
But when you only present a potential loss and the money is not there, it doesn't make sense for them to take those fights. Because at the end of the day, you know, this is show business.
Right. So if Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence or both, let's say they have an opportunity to fight this guy, you're saying that because maybe a Boots Ennis, he doesn't have the fanfare, he doesn't garner the dollars that it would take that will spark Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford's interest in order to get him in the ring. Is that what you're saying? Or
Absolutely, absolutely. Which is the thing Kid Austin is going to wind up doing. You know, Kid Austin right now is probably more popular than most of the boxers in boxing. You know, me and him walk down the street and hear that. You know, when I'm with Floyd Mayweather, they ask me for my autograph. When I'm walking with Kid, now they asking him for his autograph, and they ain't asking me for mine no more. Like, damn, this kid done got more popular than me in a year.
What is it? What is his name again?
Floyd Schofield.
Floyd Schofield Jr. He's 8-0 lightweight.
Floyd Schofield?
Very good fighter. Yep.
Floyd
Very
Schofield.
good fighter.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
And his dynamic, one of the things is that he's dynamic. You know, when you see this kid fight, it's a show. You know, he does moves in the ring almost like a running back. You know how the running backs are real active. They can cut and turn and spin around, and he's doing this kind of stuff in the ring, and this is the kind of stuff that people gonna want to see. They're gonna want to see some pizzazz, you know, some zeal.
Right.
They don't want to see that old boring stuff, you know, when you come in there and you just fill each other out, and everybody, you know, just shake gloves at each other and don't touch them for 2 or 3 minutes, you know, on the fill out. They want to see somebody that come in there and instantly, you know, it's exciting, you know, it's dynamic.
So what are you looking to? Is this fighter, what's his name, Floyd Schofield? Is he with a promoter or is he a free agent?
He's kind of free agent. He's working with a small time promotion company right now, but he's really a free agent. He can do whatever he wants to do. He's had a couple offers from the majors, but so far they haven't sparked his interest. You know, they didn't offer him anything that he's not able to do right now.
Do you have a relationship with Jay Prince out of Texas, out of Houston?
Me and Jay are friends. When I got home from prison, I had dinner at Jay's restaurant. So I do consider Jay Prince a friend of mine.
Yeah, I heard.
And we done win at a couple fighters too, you know. And when I found out Jay was the one that I was bidding against, I backed up because he was there first.
Okay. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about James Prince. I would love to meet that brother, right? Like yourself. I would love to meet you one day. I never thought in a million years when I started this podcast I would have you and Rick Glaser on the phone. Never. And so
when you pulled it off, I might be able to hook you up with that. I might be able to get you with that.
Yeah, man.
I'll see if I can make that happen for you.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate that, man. It's like, man, you and Rick Glaser is like, damn. And then the fact, like, what I really love about your story is very familiar with what we go through as Black Americans here in America. And the simple fact that you was able to go through what you went through, defy all odds, get out of prison, hooked up with Rick Glaser, and you have a plethora of different projects that you're currently working on or doing and stuff like that. It seemed like things are opening up for you, like the universe is really working for you. How do you feel about
Unbelievable. Right now I'm living a dream every single day. If I ever wake up mad, I pinch myself as hard as I can. Because I have no reason to be mad at anything. You know, my family is in good health. I'm in good health. You know, I'm a vegan too. I've been a vegan 31 years now. And Rick's starting to pick up a little bit too, a little veganism.
Yes, I have.
Hey, there's a lot of people that don't like Rick Glaser, man. So
I already know. Believe me, I get the calls, right? Because my people will not talk to Rick. You know, they want to see, you know, how it work out with him before they talk to him. So, but I don't care. You know, nobody makes my mind up for me. I make my own mind up. You know, my mama used to say I got a hard head, make a soft behind. And you know, I done had a soft behind many times, and I might get one again. But you know, I try to make my own mind up. I like Rick. I think Rick was just what I needed for boxing. All the things that I didn't know about boxing, he knows it. And I think me and him are gonna do some big things with his push. You know, Rick pushes me, and I enjoy it. But you know, my biggest thing is the marijuana business.
Oh yeah, tell me about that. Oh my, yeah, please talk to me about that. How did you get involved in the marijuana business? And how did you get involved in that?
Well, when I got home, I saw all of these marijuana stores and nobody black owned none. And so I was wondering, like, what's the problem? There's a problem here. You know, in jail, there's so many guys in jail for selling marijuana that ain't funny. So now that it's legal, they're not gonna let us sell it. And I started trying to figure out how to get a license. I went down to City Hall. We met with the president of City Hall. And I talked to him, and he agreed with me that if anybody had a license, I should have one. You know, and I messed around and got with a group of people that was pushing the social equity movement, saying that they had to give out more licenses. They had 198 licenses. 2 blacks had a license.
Mm-hmm.
So the social equity group was arguing that it may not be racist, but it sure looks racist. And we were able to get the city to agree to give a social equity program here. Matter of fact, California was the first state to start a social equity program, where they were allowing people that was underprivileged to come in and get a license at a cheaper rate than what they had been charging. And once I got in, then I started arguing that not only should they have social equity, but they should also allow people who had convictions to also be able to get a license as well. And eventually we got the city to agree to do that as well. So I won my lottery in the first lottery. I won my license in the first lottery. My store opened January 26th, which will be my birthday. So if anybody in California come out to my dispensary grand opening and celebrate my birthday with me at the beginning of my dispensary.
I think I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure, but I think isn't Mike Tyson involved in that business as well?
Mike is. Mike has his own brand, and he's building a ranch. He's building a big ranch as well.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
Where he's gonna grow.
Yeah,
kind of like a resort.
Wow.
I saw pictures of it when I did a show. I saw pictures of the resort. You know how they're gonna have a hotel and you be able to live on the hotel, and it's just gonna be like an oasis in the desert.
Are you looking to do anything in the future with Mike Tyson?
I'll do whatever. I love Mike. You know, me and Mike were talking about going around the jails, talking to people in jail, because Mike went to jail too.
Right.
Yeah, so we kind of got something in common. We both been to jail, so we were talking about going in and talking to people in jail, and just kind of getting back to the hood. Mike want to do stuff for the homeless people as well. He wants to do something about the homeless problem that we have. But I definitely look forward to doing something with Mike. I'm hoping Mike brings some of my fighters on his Hotbox show. That would be a great thing if he allowed some of my boxers to come on Hotbox. You
need to talk to him about that, man, because Mike Tyson has the hottest boxing podcast probably in the country or in the world. Like everybody loves that show, even me. I love it.
Him and Joe Rogan. Joe needs to take me back too. I did Joe's 80th show. I've been trying to get back on there as well, so I can introduce my boxers to some of his fans as well.
I mean, that'll be great. So what would it take for you to make that happen though? Like just a phone call, or will your fighters have to build themselves up? Or?
I ain't got on base yet. I got to get on base. I'm still in the dugout, trying to get the coach to put me in the game, so I can get me a hit. I've been practicing my swing though. I've been going to the batting box and the batting cage, working on my stuff, and it's just a matter of me really getting in the game. Once this movie come out, I'll probably definitely, without question, be one of the most popular guys in the country or maybe even the world once this movie hits.
What is the expected or release date of this movie that you're working on right now?
Like, we was shooting. We was hoping that we start shooting in January. I think we're gonna push that. That's gonna get pushed back maybe to like February or March. It's gonna shoot for 6 months, and then it'll take about a year to edit it. So we probably got about a year and a half before they get to see a real drug movie.
And everything,
a real story.
Everything is coming from your brain. So you've lived it, you've experienced it. So it's going to be as authentic as possible, basically.
Absolutely, absolutely. I could have had my movie out when I got out of prison. Like I said, I met with Ori Emanuel, Jeff Bird, Spencer Boomer, and Michael Linton, which are the top TV and movie guys in Hollywood. If you saw something on TV, one of those 4 guys did it. And I met with all 4 of them. They made me an offer. I told them thanks, but no thanks, that I was going to go it on my own. So, and one of the reasons is that I wasn't going to have any control on how I was portrayed on screen. Could you imagine the rapper playing me in my movie, a real movie, and they got this guy playing me who was an ex-correctional officer? I would have been so mad.
Woo! Boy, I remember when I read the autobiography of Malcolm X back in 1991, in that book, I forgot which chapter it was. He talked about how much he hated. He said I don't want to misquote, but he said the worst human being he ever met in the world was a correction officer. He spoke bad about correction. I have the book over there. I got to go back and find it. I remember that vividly. Vividly. He talked about that, and So, what's the difficult issue that you're having right now? Just with the sport of boxing, have you seen the difficulties? Like some of the processes that you're trying to go through. What are some of the challenges?
Anytime you go in business, one of the problems that most blacks have in any business is being underfunded.
Okay.
But now I got Rick Glaser, and Rick Glaser is showing me how to do it without money. So the money that I make right now is going a lot longer since I met Rick Glaser, because he's cut out a lot of the processes where people were jerking me off. I also helped I helped another guy, you probably heard of him, a guy named Chris Lovejoy. I helped him get 19-0, but Chris couldn't, he couldn't really fight. He didn't want to train and do the things that it would have took to become a champ. So I helped him get 19-0.
Yeah, Chris Lovejoy. I know exactly what you're talking about. Chris Lovejoy. Yeah.
Yeah, I helped Chris Lovejoy. I was his manager. He was my first fighter. I also worked with Austin Trout a little bit. I did a few things with Austin Trout. So I've been getting my feet wet.
Okay. It's gonna take some time. Just stick with it, and then you have a. Tell me the process of putting a team together. Like, do they come to you, or you reach out to Rick, and say, hey man, no, depending on which field of expertise that you're looking to get involved in, what is the process that you go through, Rick, Freeway, in order to put a good team together, in order to help you accomplish what you're trying to accomplish in that particular field?
Well, finding good people is a rough job, right now, because people are just not honest. They're not honest. They don't want to work. They want money. I tell them all as soon as I meet them, now, do you want money or do you want a job? Because it's a difference.
Right.
If you want a job, you just go to work. Now, if you want money, you try to figure out how to get money out of the job and do it as least as possible. And I try to find people who are more interested in the work aspect of it than just the money. Because if you do the work,
the money will come.
The money is
going to come.
Exactly.
Right. Have you worked with Berner from San Francisco in the marijuana industry? In order to push the social equality, equity.
Yeah, I know Berner. Berner, another one of those guys, man. I don't mess with Berner no more. We talked about doing some stuff, and he's supposed to put my product in Cookie, and he called me one day though. He did give me the respect and called me. He said, "Hey man, I think I'm gonna do a deal with the rapper, and I wanted to know how you feel about that." And I said, Berner. But if it's gonna make you some money, I ain't trying to block nobody money. Do what you got to do. But I didn't know if he did that was gonna block me from getting in the cookie store. So he did the deal with the rapper, and he never put none of my product in his store, because I have my own brands too.
I didn't know that.
I have my own marijuana brands.
Yeah,
I'm independent. I'm independent on my brands. Yeah, I got 2 brands, and I was just hoping he would put my brands in his stores, but that didn't happen. So I got a little salty about it after it was all over with. Said, okay, that's how it was done, huh?
So 2022, it'll be here in a few days, next week, actually. What can we expect from you? Like, just stuff that the people are going to actually see, like when the movie dropping, or what can we expect?
Well, the movie not dropping. The movie probably won't drop in 2022. But it's going to be in production in 2022, so it's going to make headway. Once we pick the actor who's going to play my role and so forth, that's going to drive bananas. And to have a $30 million budget. $30 million budget for a black film is ginormous.
It's huge. That's huge. Is that going to go to the theaters or straight to Netflix?
To theaters. I already did the Netflix thing. I killed Netflix with Talking Heads.
Oh yeah, you did.
I already did that. Yeah. So I want the box office this time. What I'm hoping to do is to break all the records at the box office, to make more money at the box office than any movie ever made before. Somebody asked me one day. They said, "Who made more money in the dope game? You or Big Meech?" And I said, "I don't know who did that, but I know who's gonna make money in this legal. Who's gonna make the most money in this legal business? That's gonna be me."
When Oh man, I lost my train of thought because you said something about Big Meech. Oh, have you ever met have you ever met Suge Knight before? Have you dealt with him before in the past?
Yeah, I know Suge. I knew Suge when I was there when Suge and Harry O met.
Harry O, yeah, Harry O, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't, it's a lot of rumors out there about how Death Row got started, but it all revolves around Harry O. So I don't.
I was right there. I was right there in the cell with him. Me and Harry was telling. But I don't want, he don't want me talking about it.
Yeah. I understand. I'm glad he's out though. He's out now. I think he's out right now.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah,
he's out.
I'm glad he's out right now. So
yeah, he's out. He's doing pretty good out here.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Rick, hold on. We got let's see. Let's see. What is your opinion on Kanye West? And we know how you feel about Jay Prince. We know you and Prince are really good. Really good associates. I know you got a great deal of respect for him. He has a great deal of respect for you. But what is your opinion on Kanye West and Larry?
I hope he does
and Larry Hoover as well.
I hope Kanye does what he told Benny Siegel he's gonna do for him. It's bad when we make promises. Especially when he did on the internet where everybody in the world saw it. And Bean was by my house a couple of days ago. And I had to look out for him. But I hope Kanye West does what he says he's gonna do. Take care of the man. The man, you said it out your own mouth that the man did that for you, and that you owed him. Well, look out for him. Take care of him.
Okay.
And that's what's gonna prove to me what type of guy Kanye West is. You don't go on national where the whole world see you saying it, and then you don't do what you say you're gonna do. So hopefully he'll do that. And the other person, who else? You said Larry. Oh, I love
Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover, yeah, Larry Hoover, man.
I love Larry. I think Larry's brilliant. I believe if Larry was home, they wouldn't be having the problems that they have in Chicago right now. Larry's American Gangster. You remember they did the American Gangster on us?
Right,
and Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford.
Yep. I remember.
Besides my American Gangster, I think Larry Hoover's was the next best, in my personal opinion.
Okay. So right now, you going into 2022, you have a lot of projects going down. I mean, it's very amazing. Let everyone know who may want to, get in contact with you, or just not just get in contact with you. So I don't want to say that, but just buy your books. What books do you have out there? How can we buy the book? Because I need to buy them my damn self right now. So
they can go to my website. Don't go to Amazon, please.
Okay.
Please don't go to Amazon.
What's your what's your website, Rick?
FreewayRickyRoss.com.
Okay.
And if you buy from my website, I'll autograph it. And if you buy both books, I'll throw you a T-shirt in there just on the house. I got the other book about my first 6 months out of prison, Riding with Rick. It's been doing really good too. It's probably gonna wind up doing better than my original book, because people, once they read that one and they see what I had to go through to get to where I am today, most people are impressed. In the documentary, you seen the documentary where I got evicted. My mom and all of us got evicted out of her house right after I was out of prison.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking. Like, how did you feel? How did you feel when that happened? Like,
it was for me, to have, to be talking to the guys that I was talking to, and none of them, I don't know. When you go to jail, if you went to jail today and you went to prison, the guys in prison they would put you together a care pack, where they would give you tennis shoes, pants, and so forth. When I got home, I didn't get any of that. And I felt that I really deserved it, from the way that I lived my life. I tried to live my life the right way. And, to be talking to guys like Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent and Mike Epps and, and all these guys around me talking to me and associating with me, and my mom lose her house for $220,000. I just, to me, it was a little disappointing.
And nobody stepped up and helped you. No one said, you know what, man, just that's amazing. It leads me to this. So do you don't put a whole lot of stock in people? I'm asking, do you put a lot of stock in people to the point to where
I do? I do put a lot of stock in people. I believe that everybody is genuine until they prove otherwise. That's why I'm able to meet and mingle with so many different people, because I don't start a relationship out on a bad note. I try to start out on a great note, that everything you told me is true. and that you true and blue, and you're gonna stay that way until the end, until you show me that you're not.
No, you're old school. You said true and blue. That's old school said. True and blue.
Yeah,
man.
But I don't distrust people in general. But you know, it's some about our celebrities. You know that they believe if they help you that they're being soft. I think, you know, because it don't make sense for us to have so many successful celebrities in our community doing so bad. We got so many homeless people. How could one guy be worth $600 or $700 million, and we don't have one job development center that was created by blacks in our community, and no community in this country. You name one place in this country where they got a job development center that was created by blacks, you know, from people who come from this area, who come from the hood, who know what's needed. They don't do it. You know, I was trying to do that in the 90s. I was building a theater in South Central, I bought the theater in 89, right before I got arrested. And my goal was to build a job development center where you know, young people could come and then we could bring the celebrities in and the people with all the knowledge to teach them where they would feel safe. Because, you know, I understand that a lot of our celebrities don't feel safe in the hood. You know, because they're detached.
Understandably so. Understandably so,
Yeah.
because it's understandably so, yeah, man. Yeah.
But I still say I stay right in the middle of the hood right now. And I stay in a place where I shouldn't even be staying, because where I grew up at was one gang, and I'm staying in an area right now is the gang that was their arch enemy. But because I'm attached to the community, they allow me to do that. But when you unattach yourself to the community, then you're no longer part of the community. You're something else.
Yeah, but what about what about people like Nipsey Hussle? What about people like Young Dolph? I mean, they attach themselves to the community, and I mean, I don't really know if they was really they was all the way attached to the community. I mean, they was kind of, you know, in a sense, but it's a difference. It's a difference of being attached to the community. You know, sometimes I had to.
Let me say something to you. Okay, attached to the community isn't just about money. It's about the vibe that you send off to people and how people relate to you. And some of these people forget where they came from. They're riding around in, you know, $100 cars, flashing rollies with multiple diamonds on them and stuff, and they forget where they came from. And somebody, you know, calls, hey, I need this, and then they turn their nose up at it, and it gets around the community. So it happens all the time. You know, that's just the way life is.
So you feel
absolutely, Rick. I couldn't have said it better than.
All right, so Rick, well, both of you guys, so Freeway, so you feel like when you do stuff like that, it creates greed and, you know, like contentment, animosity. I'm
big, you little.
Right.
I'm big, you little.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was
me, little you.
That was a big turnoff that a lot of. I'm gonna be honest with you. Before I started this YouTube stuff, back when we talking about 2010, 2011, I remember when President Barack Obama was the president. And that was a turnoff that we had with Floyd Mayweather in my city. How, when people was doing, a lot of people was doing bad at that time. He used to throw money in the camera. Yeah, I got mine. You need to get yours, and this and that. And we kind of looked at that as like a slap in the face, to be honest with you, at that time. You know,
absolutely. And most of these guys, you know, they come up off the black community because they were stars in the black community before they were stars anywhere else.
You know,
and you have to. Had the black community not voted for you, you wouldn't be where you at right now today.
Right.
Rick and I were sitting in San Antonio talking, and a guy walks up the freeway and says, "Are you Freeway Rick Ross?" He says, "Well, yes." And he stood up, introduced himself, and the guy introduced himself to him. Man, I can't believe it. You're so humble. You're so down there. He says, "Where's all the flash?" You know, and he says, "You mean jewelry?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, I don't live my life like that. I just, you know." And the guy was like really impressed and awed because he figured, you know, Rick would be draped in diamonds and, you know, Rolex and gold and all kinds of stuff. And Rick doesn't lead his life like that. Rick is, in a certain part of his life, he's very conservative. And, you know, it's a tribute to the man that he is.
You know the kind of diamonds I like?
What's that?
them ones in the rough, them young boys that's walking down the street that don't know what their next move is gonna be. I like to get them and polish them up and make them shine.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. The diamond in the rough, yes, sir. The diamond in the rough. You're talking about people, man. You build people. If you build people, you'll never be broke. If you build people, you know, you'll leave a lasting legacy long when you're dead and gone. Your work will speak for itself based on the things that you have done. So,
I mean, when you look at it, how many people you know sold crack to people and people still love them?
Yeah, no, you're right. I know quite a few.
That was my profession. That was my profession.
I know quite a few.
I had a girl hit me up online. You know, they did this article in LA Magazine on me about 7-8 years ago, and she came to the release and she gave me the blues. She told me that I killed her mother. Well, she hit me up online yesterday and apologized to me and told me that she was sorry for accusing me of the things that her mom made her choices of doing. And that was like so refreshing. And I know why she said it, because she continues to follow me right now today, and she sees where my heart is, and you know, and that I made a mistake. You know, I made a mistake by selling crack.
I mean, we all, you know, everybody, if you come from the inner city, like a lot of people who may be listening to this, you know, we have almost 400 people here listening to this interview. A lot of people who have not experienced, you know, the Black experience coming up in the inner city. You know, the 80s was something else, and you're older than me. I'm 47. So, but it was something else. And a lot of times that was we felt like that was our only way out. So, you know, pretty much. So,
especially for a guy who can't read and write,
right?
You know, and don't know his daddy, and you know, I mean, it just keeps stacking up. We can keep stacking the elements up, you know, where you start to say, well, damn, maybe he didn't have no choice.
Okay, absolutely. So listen, Freeway, I thank you so much for taking the time out, man. I would love to have you back on so we could just really, you know, there's a lot of questions I wanted to really to get into, but you gave me so much today. You and Rick Glaser, man. I really appreciate it. And I know your time is very precious and valuable. I would very much love, brother, to get you back on. And I definitely want to talk to Jay Prince, man. Two guys I had on my bucket list. It was you and Jay Prince. And
well, I'm gonna work on that for you.
All right. And I think,
and when I come back, I'm gonna bring my boxers with me.
Yeah, please, yeah, do that. Bring your boxers.
We're probably gonna have one we're gonna have one probably about 20-0 by that time.
Listen, bring your boxers, because I want to be one of the guys, you know, one of the content creators on here that's going to do my best to not only just interview them but promote them, because I like seeing the up and coming fighters. The reason why the up and coming fighters are the future of our sport. They're the future of our sport. Before we had a Mike Tyson or Marvin Hagler or Sugar Ray Leonard, they had to start somewhere.
Absolutely.
And so
I was up and coming one time. Now I'm 63. It don't work no more.
All right. Well, listen, man.
Thank you, Coach.
Anything else you want to say, my brother? Please. Anything else you want to say?
They can follow me on Instagram. They can follow me on Instagram at Freeway Ricky, Facebook at Freeway Ricky Ross, Twitter, TikTok at Freeway Rick Ross. You know, I'm all over the place. And don't forget, you can go to my website, freewayrickyross.com, and get the book, T-shirts, and all my merchandise.
All right, remember, guys, we got to go to the website, freewayrickyross.com. Do not go to Amazon. I'm going to buy both books today.
And you're going to get a T-shirt, too.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you put your T-shirt size in there.
Yes, I will. I will. Hey, listen, man, thank you so much, my brother, man. This man's time is very precious. This is an honor. I'm very, very humbled to have not only Rick Glaser on, but Freeway Ricky Ross. This is epic for me. You know what I mean? So thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, my brother, for taking the time out. Let's give these brothers a round of applause. Freeway, man, I will be buying your shirt. I'm buying your books right now as soon as I get off this live. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my brother. You hear me, Freeway? Rick, are you still there, my brother?
I'm here.
All right, Rick. Thank you, man. Rick Glaser, thank you so much, man, for pulling this off. You know, I mean, you the one made this happen. You're a man of your word. You said you was going to come on the show. You came on the show. You're on here again, and then you told me you was going to bring Freeway Ricky Ross on here, and you did that. So I don't give a damn what no one says about you. As far as I'm concerned, you all right with me. I don't go by what no one else says. I don't go by what other people say. I go by how you treat me. So that's what I see.
The bottom line in life, I deliver.
Yeah. And that's it.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
All right. Yes,
Bye-bye
sir.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes, sir. You too. You too. Rick Glaser, guys. Rick Glaser, guys. Rick Glaser. Let's open up the phone lines. Listen, guys, if I didn't get to all of the people chats I really couldn't pay attention to the chat, to be honest with you guys. I caught Blood, I caught Moni Brown, a couple people, but I'll be locked in on the interview. You know what I mean? Like I'll be locked in on the interview. I try to be very attentive to the guests that I'm interviewing. So if I missed it, please forgive me. Don't be mad. None of that stuff. It happens. If you ever start a podcast and you don't have help and you're doing it by yourself, you'll understand how difficult it is in order to do this. But we got Freeway Ricky Ross, man. This is one of the guys I grew up, pretty much idolizing, looking up to. Everyone in the game, when I was coming up in the 80s that was hustling, selling dope, we all looked up to this guy. We looked up to the dope boys. And he was one of them. You know what I mean? So the mere fact that I started this podcast 11 months ago and 11 months later, and I have this legend on, is an honor. I'm kind of like throwing it back. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, man. So it is what it is. And we did it without, we did it without having to compromise our integrity, without having to deride any other YouTube channel that may have started before us, because we don't do that. You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer in, if you put the work in, the people who you want will come to you because they will actually see the work. So I believe in putting the work in, and that's it. We can all agree to disagree. Now, let me see what the hell going on in the chat. Let me drop the phone lines here so we can talk. Let me open up the phone lines, everybody, so we can talk. Phone lines are open, guys. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Shout out to everyone who's listening to this podcast on Amazon Music as well as Spotify. But yeah, man, it is what it is. Rick Glaser made that happen. So I don't give a damn what see, I'm the type of person like this. If I fucks with you, if I rock with you, can't nobody tell me anything about you unless I see you do something to me. That's how I am. You see what I'm saying? You could be a piece of shit to 20 different people, right? Some people may tell me about you, and I keep my eyes open for you, but I go by how you treat me. No, I'm not going to let someone can tell me, hey man, don't mess with Blood. Don't mess with Retro Boston Documentaries. He ain't no good guy. I'm like, well, he all right with me. I haven't had any bad experiences with him. You see what I'm saying? So unless I have a bad experience with him, I will continue to rock with him. That's how I am. You see what I'm saying? And that I've always been like that. Look, the dude all right with me, and until he cross me or do something to me, it is what it is. And that's how I roll. I'm my own man, and no one can put nothing in my head to make me feel a certain way about anyone. If I fucks with you, I fucks with you. If I don't fuck with you, you're gonna know I ain't gonna fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? So that's the code of ethics that I go by. And I'm a straight shooter. I'm not gonna hold nothing back. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. And if you talk to me, you tell me how you feel. Because I'm not a Ralph Tresvant ass nigga. I can take criticism. You can say what you want to say. I'm gonna listen to you. I may not agree with you, but I'm gonna listen to you. You see what I'm saying? Or I may agree with you. We got a call calling in, guys. Got a caller calling in. So Rick Glaser made that happen, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about Rick Glaser. He all right with me. So shit. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Trap, man, from Orlando.
Trap. What you say, Trap or Trap? Trap from Orlando.
Called it. Trap, man,
Trap.
from Orlando. I talked to you yesterday, man.
Yeah.
Check this out, man. You blowing up, man. Hey, that was a great interview, man. I appreciate that interview, man. You did your thing with that.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man.
Hey, man. You gonna be the hottest dude on YouTube, man. For real. Hey, man. I ain't been watching you but 4 days. I gotta watch you every day now. I've been watching you for 4 days. For real. I'm for real. But it was something I wanted to ask you, this kind of off the subject yesterday.
Go ahead.
What did you think about the stoppage on Sean Porter? This is gonna be funny. What did you think about that stop? Do you think it was right?
No, I don't think it should have been stopped.
Do you think he was that hurt?
No, I don't think he was that hurt. I don't think it should. I told you. Now listen, Terrence Crawford is my favorite fighter, but I'm not going to sit here and cap for him. And this is not Crawford's fault, but Kenny, that fight should have been allowed to continue. Kenny Porter never should have threw that towel in. In my opinion, Sean Porter was not that hurt. Sean Porter is a dog. And the simple fact that what Sean Porter has brought to the sport of boxing, he should have been allowed to at least go out on this shield. At least let him continue to fight. And if he's get knocked down again or you know, because it really wasn't that. He just got caught 2 times. If you should have just at least let him continue to fight. And then if you see how it materializes, but by you throwing the towel in, we gotta deal with woulda, coulda, shoulda, maybe. Well, we don't know, you know. So, yeah, that's my take on it. That's my take.
I'm gonna say one thing though.
Yeah,
I told my wife after that fight, I said, look, because they asked him after the fight, were you surprised that he stopped his fight? I'd have been like, if I was Sean Porter, I'd be like, yeah, I was surprised, but that ain't the only thing gonna be surprised because this gonna be the last time my father trained me. So now if we full of surprises tonight, he ain't gonna have no son to train. And that's it. Because he the only money he got coming in. What other fighters Kenny Porter got? You gonna stop a fight? I saw Manuel Marquez get knocked down 3 times and come to a draw. He got knocked down in the same round 3 times.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's father and son, man. I'm not gonna get in between that. Sean Porter didn't seem like he had a problem with it. So, but yeah, I told him. He
kind of scared his daddy though. He kind of scared his daddy.
Yeah, man, for sure, man.
That's all I want to say though, man.
Keep up the
good work, man.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Track, man, for calling in, man. I appreciate that, bro. Yes, sir. Shout out to Track for calling in, man. Yeah, man. If you're a live dog in the fight, let them fight, man. Let them fight. I don't give a damn who it is. One thing about me, man, I don't believe in capping for no fighters. You know, we got the 15 commandments over here. You know that we got the 15 commandments over here, man, that we go by. And hold on, guys, hold on. Got another call calling. I was finna go to 15 commandments. Tell this caller to hold on. Hold on, caller, hold on. Shout out to George H.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
Hey, okay. For dropping that 5 pounds on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, good interviews, coach. Yeah, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Again, guys, like this channel here, man. Hold on, my brother. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Jerron, brother. What's good?
Yeah, Jerron. Where you calling from? New York, right?
New York.
Yeah, New York.
But I grew up down south, man. I grew up down south.
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice. I
know you can.
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice.
North Carolina, baby. Yeah. North Carolina. NC.
Yeah, man. You don't cut your nigga like me, man. You know, Florida,
yeah, I'm
Texas.
Yeah,
we.
Hey.
Yeah, go
straight
ahead.
country boy. We live off the land. Tell them. We live off the land.
Yeah,
we do
live
stuff
off the
that
land.
most men don't do.
Live off the
land. We do stuff most men don't do.
Get it from the muscle.
Believe it. Get it from the muscle. Grow our own food. Do everything.
Yeah. But go ahead, brother.
But look, coach. Hey, that was a great interview, and I can tell you a '70s baby like I am.
Yeah.
Because your word is everything. That's all we deal with. Your word.
Yeah,
we don't care about who your friend and all that. If you're cool with us and you never fuck us, we cool with you. That's the politics of the '80s.
Yeah.
To me, it is. Yeah. That's how I grew up.
Yeah.
But I want to say something about the WBC, man, because it needs to be said.
Oh yeah,
it needs to be said. I'm a man. I'm a man of courage. I'm not scared of nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared to die. None of that stuff. But that's a disrespect to Devin Haney, man. Yeah. Straight up. Disrespect. If I was Devin Haney, because you can make your own lane in this sport from what I see. Okay? From what I see, you got to have courage, you got to have will, and you got to want it. I would really blow that belt. I wouldn't care about the position or nothing, because if I know I can fight, and I know I got a fan base behind me, I'll make my own lane. Belts don't mean nothing. It's already been proven. Don't mean nothing. When somebody take a stand and do something like that, that's when the real hardcore fans gonna see that and they're gonna roll with you. Just because of the respect. Because if you either stand for something or you don't stand for nothing.
Man,
you know? Because that was straight disrespect, bro.
This is the question that I have.
Okay, I answer if I can.
Devin Haney, how does Devin Haney feel about it? How does Bill Haney feel about it?
I know how I would feel about it. I know if that was my son, I told you what I would tell him, what I just told you. If that was my son, but he's his own man regardless. I still let it be up to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
this my thing. Deron, this my thing. I'm finna tell you where I'm at with it.
Okay.
I'm upset about what Mauricio Suleiman did, right? But my thing is, I can't be madder than Devin Haney or Bill Haney. Like,
no,
shit,
I can't either.
If they don't have a problem with what Mauricio Suleiman is saying, why should I have a problem with it? It's like I had a homeboy when I was growing up. I used to always take up for him and fight for him, right? And I won some, I lost some, but he didn't have the heart that I had. And you know, in the hood, you win some fights, you lose some fights. I lost some and I won some. But I thought about it. I'm like, but ain't nobody get shot or killed. But I thought about it. I said, then why am I getting mad that this dude is trying you? Why am I madder than you are? If you ain't gonna stand up and fight for yourself, why in the hell should I fight for you?
Yep, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at.
That's what you're saying.
That's where I'm at with it. Like, I can be pissed off, but don't let me be more pissed off than you. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, my thing is a franchise belt. From what I see, it's the deck people. That's what I see it for.
Yeah, it's a belt fee. Yes,
that's what I see it as. Because everybody knows, every true boxing fan know that George Kambosos is not undisputed champion.
Right.
Everybody know this. So how can you tell somebody that he is? You know what I'm saying? That's what drives the people that is coming in, the new fans for boxing. That's what drives them away. Boxing will never get its potential, will never be as big. You get what I'm saying? It'll never get to its maximum potential because the boxing always got some bullshit in it, man. Always.
Yeah, everybody know about the WBC, man. But listen, hey, check it out, man. Deron, thank you so much for calling in, my brother, man. I salute you. Thank you so much, bro. You always show support, man. I really appreciate that, fam. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, you have a good one.
You too. See, that's my thing, guys. Shit, I can't get mad at. I can't get mad. I can't be more mad at Mauricio Suleiman than Devin Haney is. You know what I mean? Shit, if he ain't mad, then shit, what the hell am I get mad for? You know what I mean? So my thing is, so before I jump out the window, I want to see what Bill Haney and Devin Haney has to say. I want to see what Bill Haney and Devin Haney has to say before I jump out the window. You know what I mean? And that's the approach I take from this point forward. Okay, I do feel like that's some messed up stuff, but I do know that Bill Haney and Devin Haney is in business with Mauricio Suleiman. If they don't have a problem with it, why in the hell should I have a problem with it? But I'm not gonna start a revolution. You know what I mean? Online, I do. Trust me, I get it. I get it that there's a lot of brothers over there, you know, who support Devin Haney. They really upset and they really mad about this. But I need to see that same energy, that anger, that being upset from Devin Haney and Bill Haney. If I don't see it from them, shit, hey man. If they cool with it, I'm cool with it. That's how I feel with it. I'm not gonna make it no more than that. If they don't have a problem with it, I don't have a problem with it. And that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? But back to what I was saying, guys. Now, if I'm the type of person, I don't care. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt, right? I don't care what anyone says about you. Until, you know, so listen, I had some people tell me some things about some other people and turn to find out that the people who told me about certain channels and content creators, they were right. They was right about that. But I'm the type of person that, you know, I need to, once I'm not going to get too close, but I'm going to make sure that I'm not going to get too close where someone can hurt me, but I'm going to just make sure that keep them at arm's length and make sure that they all right. And then once I see, oh yeah, I see the flaw. Okay, I see the flaw in them now. You know, that's this old saying that we say in Florida, man, you flaw, man, you flaw. That's old school. They don't say that no more, but I see the flaw in them now. Then I'll go ahead and back away. Now we can have a disagreements. We can yell and, not yell and scream, but we can have disagreements. You could be on one side talking about this. I could be on one side talking about that. But it ain't gonna never get to the point where I want to physically do any harm to anyone, and it shouldn't get that way with me, with anyone else. Because at the end of the day, we arguing, debating about some boxers that we don't even have a personal relationship with, that we don't even know at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's the type of person I am. If I fucks with you, I'm gonna fuck with you. Now, if I know that, okay, this how this dude be moving, I'm gonna keep you at bay. You're not gonna get too close enough, to do anything, but I'm gonna keep you at bay. Okay, I see where he at. I'm gonna keep him right there. But I'm not going, if someone can tell me something right now, if you all right with me, I'm gonna judge you based on the relationship that me and you have together. That's how I'm gonna judge you. You see what I'm saying? And that's it. And that's how I roll. That's how I roll. You know what I mean? So until you cross me or you see something to me, you know what I mean? Then now if I know someone's a snake, I'm not gonna have a snake around me. If you say, hey, watch him, he's a snake. If you tell me to watch him, I'm gonna watch him. I'm gonna keep him at length. But until you strike me, then I ain't gonna, I can't, man, he ain't did shit to me. So that's how I am. That's how I am. You know what I mean? So, and irregardless of what, irregardless of what or whom, you know what I mean? Because you got a lot of real dudes. And listen, if you're a real dude, like in Florida, like we use the term real nigga. He a real nigga. That means you're a stand-up guy. But everybody who real don't get along. You listen, every lion in the jungle don't get along with each other. You got 2 male lions in the jungle. This lion over here to the right, he's a real one. This lion over here to the left, he's a real one. The lion on the left don't fuck with the one on the right, and the one on the right don't mess with the one on the left. Guess what? They still lions, though. They still lions. Irregardless of whether I'm going to ride with this side, this pack of lions over here. I'm going to ride with that pack of lions over there. Guess what? They still lions. And everybody who is real, they don't always get along. It doesn't make you less real than the next person. It's just real niggas don't always get along. It could be personalities. It could be I'm a leader. He's a leader. It could be I'm stubborn. He's stubborn. I'm very adamant about what I believe in. I'm very adamant about what you believe in. I'm not going to back down. You're not going to back down. That's just life. That's just how people are. Doesn't mean that person is effed up or messed up. It just means he see things the way he see things. And if there's no compromise, see, when you got two real dudes in the room together, right? Let me tell you something. This is some real shit. You got two real niggas in the room together, right? Both of them G's. You see what I'm saying? Now this one guy know, listen, man, if I go through something with this dude, I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to really hurt this dude or off this guy. And this guy know the same thing. So when you see two real dudes come together, they understand. This is something that my grandfather taught me when I was in the nation. He said, listen, man, when two lions go at it, the lions, they don't fight to see who the baddest nigga in the jungle. They fight to see who lived the longest. So when you understand that you're dealing with two people who have that kind of mentality, they not gonna always get along. And those guys normally try to, I'm gonna stay away from this cat. He gonna stay away from me, because if they bump, it's gonna be something very terrible. How we go down? So out of respect, what they do is, you know what? I already know where I'm gonna go at with it. He ought to know where he gonna go at with it. So what we gonna do? We just gonna agree to disagree and keep our space from each other. And that's how life is. I don't care what city you in, what state you in, what country you in, what part of the world you in. You have real cats from all over the world, whether they black, Asian, white, Latino, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But I'm the type of dude, if I fucks with you, I'm gonna ride with you. I'm gonna ride with you. That's how I am. You know what I mean? Until I see otherwise. So, he said, I don't like people telling me who not to mess with others and damping my name when I ain't studying them. He say, gospel niggas can never be real. Yeah. What Dame Dad say? Chatty patties. Chatty patty, yeah. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Dame Dad say. But yeah, man, we had a great interview, man. As a matter of fact, now, yesterday, I showed you my good brother, Umar Johnson. Now, 10 years ago, when I was still in my psychosis, I loved Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson, he's very articulate. He's one of the baddest mofos that come out. I think he's out of Philadelphia. And I really like this guy a lot. You see, I'm not going to, I really like this guy a lot. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't woke up, I'm like, this dude here full of shit. I understand that. But I still like him, though. I still like him, but I understand the game. I understand the game. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna explain something to you. I'm gonna go back to Umar, but I'm gonna explain something to you. Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky was talking about the bamboo stick. Now, this came from one of the first motivational speakers that I ever listened to was Les Brown. Les Brown is out of Miami, Florida. He was born in Liberty City. He was adopted, him and his brother. And Les Brown told the story about the bamboo stick. And I got to tell you this here. The bamboo stick is like this, right? When you're growing a bamboo tree, when you're trying to grow a bamboo tree or a bamboo forest, when you plant the bamboo seeds, right, you have to water those seeds every day for 5 years. You have to water those seeds every day for 5 years. right? For 5 years, you have to water those seeds. Now, just imagine watering something, nurturing something, working on something in your life that you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to take it to heavenly heights. And you ever had a goal or a vision that you're trying to work on, and you talk to other people about your goal, your vision, what you're trying to work on, and these people don't see it. Oh man, that shit ain't gonna work. Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about. Man, dog, you still doing that same thing. It ain't popped off yet. They don't understand the process of the bamboo tree. The bamboo tree, when you're growing the bamboo forest, it takes 5 years in order for you to see anything, in order for that forest, that tree to break ground. It takes 5 years. So imagine working on something for 5 years, everybody laughing at you. Yeah, man, yada, yada, yada. That shit ain't working. That shit ain't working. But what they don't see the compound interest. They don't see everything that you're doing, all of your work that you're doing is compounding over time. They don't see that. It's compounding over time. And then after the 5 years, bam, it shoots up. You have a whole forest. 5 years. So don't get anything you're doing in life, guys. Don't give up on it. Keep working on it. Know that whatever vision that God showed you, if you tell somebody, if you tell 10 people and they don't agree with it, they think it ain't gonna work, they laugh at you. Understand, guys, that God gave you that vision. He didn't give it to them. It wasn't meant for them to see it. I have a vision of what I want to do with this channel, and it's not meant for anyone else. But I see it. I see it. And I see what I want to do. You see what I'm saying? There's something lacking in the YTBC that no other YouTube channel is doing. And this is no disrespect to any other YouTube channel. I'm saying that just the brothers and sisters that's been doing it a long time, that was controlling the narrative for the longest. So it's like, man, this can be done better. This YouTube content creation stuff in boxing, it can be done better. You see what I'm saying? So I got something I'm working on to where I really, really want to take it to the next level. No, but not for me. This ain't for me. I ain't trying to be famous. Nothing. I ain't for damn all that. I want to open up the doors for those other guys who've been doing it longer than me, right? Who've been doing it longer than me. And then those who may be looking to come behind me. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, because a man gets judged and remembered by his work, by his or her work, not by what you say out of your mouth, but your works will speak for itself. So when you see the bamboo tree come up out of the forest, out of the ground, and you have a whole forest full of bamboos, it's because of the work that you did, the watering, the nurturing, the seeds for 5 years straight without seeing anything. Your work is a representation of that. It finally manifested in the end. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to anybody who gave a super chat. I didn't give you a shout out because of the interview. I want to give you guys a round of applause. Rat Packs Trucking Company. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to you, fam, for the super chat. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said this show make my drive smooth. Hey man, I appreciate it, man. Whatever joy I can bring into your life, I really appreciate that. I really do. You see what I'm saying? But once again, I gotta give a shout out to Rick Glaser. Say what you want to say about Rick Glaser. So he's racist, he's this, he's that. We don't like him. Of course you don't like him. You're pro PBC. Anything that's pro PBC or pro Floyd Mayweather, y'all don't like Rick Glaser. Of course you don't. It's coming from the same group of people. So I understand it. I get it. You know what I mean? And I don't care. I don't care. When I rock with people, I don't rock with people based on what anyone else says. I rock with them based on my personal experiences with them. Period. I'm an independent thinker. I'm a very critical thinker. And I believe in objectivity. And I believe in giving people the benefit of the doubt. If you ain't did nothing to me, you Gucci with me, as far as I'm concerned. All of the other shit, I ain't getting into the politics of who you like and who you don't like. And if I don't like him, you ain't supposed to like him. No, man, if you don't like him, you don't like him. Hell, listen, I got homeboys right now. I'm down with one dude and I'm down with another guy, but the two friends that I'm down with, they don't like each other. True story. They don't like each other. My homeboy to the right don't like my other partner to the left. But guess what? Both of them share a common interest. Both of them fuck with me. They rock with me. Both of them rock with me. You see what I'm saying? And I rock with both of them. Hey man, listen, you don't get along with him and he don't get along with you. Whatever y'all got going on, that's between y'all. They ain't got nothing to do with me. And if you fall out with me because I'm all right with him, and you fall out with me because I'm all right with him, then guess what? Then you just fall out with me because I ain't, y'all ain't did nothing to me. Both of y'all all right with me. You see what I'm saying? That's how I operate. Until I have any bad experience with you, until I have a bad experience with you. That's how I judge that. And that's real. That's as real as I can give it. Emmanuel, what you say, fam? He said, hell nah, Floyd was never undisputed. Oh, you talking about Floyd. Money Brown. Shout out to Money Brown, man. Money Brown, what's going on, my brother? Give my brother a round of applause. He say, fat coach, being your own man is rare nowadays. Too many sheets. Yeah, I totally agree, Money Brown. Too many sheets, man. I can't, I can't roll like that. Shout out to Ahmed. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, is that Reverend Abenaki? No, that's not Reverend Abenaki. This coach. And then this is another thing too, guys. Some dudes who may not be all right with each other today may end up being all right with each other tomorrow. Because sometimes people who you ain't fucking with or they ain't fucking with you, and y'all, you might have said some shit to them, they said some shit to you. It could be just based on a total misunderstanding. So sometimes people who you don't get, and that's what it is. Like sometimes people who you don't get along with, they might be really good people. But because, like I said before, because you're an alpha male, he's an alpha male, two lions, you know what I mean? Y'all bump heads. That's just what it is. It happens, you know what I mean? But I'm always open for dialogue with anybody. It doesn't matter to me, man. I'm always open for dialogue. I'm gonna talk my shit, you talk your shit, and we just gonna be some two shit talking MFs, and then we might hook up later on and have a drink together. Hey, I had a dude, man. I had a fight with this dude, man. This is a true story. I had a fight with this dude back in 1989. I'm not gonna say his name. Me and him are good friends right now today. Man, I had a fight with this dude. This dude beat my ass 3 times. 3 times, not 1 time, not 2 times, but 3 times. When he stole me, right? Hit me, caught me off guard, stole me, dropped me, and then I had to go home and recuperate. I was, kind of nervous a little bit. I'm like, man, I want to fight this dude again. He was bigger than me, man, but I can't let it go because he stole me. He stole me in front of everybody. You know what I mean? And he took off running. So I had to go to his projects and fight him. I got my ass whipped. Took about 2 more weeks. I had to lick my wounds. Got enough hard to come back. Went back over there again. Fought him again. Got my ass whooped. But the second time I lost, it wasn't as bad as the first time. Third time, I say, man, it took about a week. I said, man, damn this, I got something for his tough ass. Third time I came back over there, I stole him. Meaning I caught him from the blind side. I came in peace. I said, look here, man, we don't have 2 fights already, man. I can't beat you, dog. I mean, I just want to squash it, man. You got that. And he had his lips balled up like, yeah, nigga, yeah, you know what time it is. Yeah, you bowing down. Little did he know. When he turned his head, bap, caught him with a 2-piece. You know what I mean? Kind of like, I ain't drop him, but his hand like touched the ground. He came back up, whooped my ass again. He was too big, dog. He was too big. Whooped my ass again. After that third fight, I said, man, fuck it, man. I can't. You know what I mean? I didn't get no gun or nothing. That was back then when you can get a fade from someone. You know what I mean? They don't give fades no more. Back then, people got shot, but back then, you fight a dude, you win, you lose, but you live to see another day. You see what I'm saying? Now you ain't got that no more. Hey, now we ain't got that no more. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But that's a true story though. I'm not gonna say the brother's name. You know what I mean? And he was a real one. He was a real one, boy. He was a real one. That dude can fight. I was just out of my lane. Well, he can fight. And he was a southpaw. He was a lefty. I was like, man, boy, he was. And then he whooped my cousin. Then he beat my, oh my God, he got in a fight with my cousin. Oh, he beat the brakes off my cousin, man. Oh my God, bro. He picked my cousin up, slammed him on the curb. My cousin, when he got slammed on the curb, my cousin was screaming, "Oh, my back!" I broke my back. He thought he broke his back. That's how hard he slammed him. You know what I mean? They fought 1-on-1. We didn't jump in it. And when he slammed him, we was like, "Hey, man, that's it, man. That's it, dog. That's it. He done. Ain't no need to do it no more. That was it. I thought he broke his back, but he ain't break his back. But that's how hard he slammed him. This dude here was a real one, boy. This dude here, I ain't gonna say his name, but this dude here is a real one. Like, now that I think about it, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking about? Go this nigga 3 times? Well, what was I? But I had to. I had to, bro. You swing on me in front of all my boys, in front of everybody. It's like 30 people up there. You gonna swing on me, and then back then somebody hit you, and you don't do nothing? You gonna have all kind of niggas trying you then. Man, you let a nigga swing on you, man, you ain't do nothing, dog. Everybody gonna be trying you. So I got to go try to run it back. I got beat 3 times, though, by one guy, literally. He said, then he beat your cousin. Yeah. Man, whooped me and my cousin. You know what I mean? But he whooped my cousin like later on down the line, like months later. You know, it ain't like he whooped me, then he whooped him right then, but it was like months later. He whooped my cousin later on down the line. Hey, he whooped my cousin worse than he whooped me, though. He slammed my cousin on the curb. Just imagine you and the dude fighting in the street. Then you know how the sidewalk sit up from the road, and y'all fighting, and it's like 30 or 40 of us out. We deep. And picked him up, bam! I'm talking about they were going at it, right? Then he went up under my cousin, scooped him, had him like this here, went to shaking him a little bit, bam, slammed him on the curb, and my cousin said, oh, my back. Oh, I think I broke my back. And when he said that, I ain't never heard him, and my cousin can fight, but I ain't never heard him scream like this. As soon as he screamed, I thought, man, we got to break this shit up, bro, because he finna mud him. And we had to break it up, man, because, bro, it was, woo. Now, I probably would have, I was like, man, you know what? But it was a one-on-one fight. I couldn't jump in. It was one-on-one. When the fight started, it was one-on-one. And in the hood, in the hood, you get a fade. We ain't gonna jump you. Now, the only people gonna get jump is dudes that's strangers that ain't from the neighborhood. But in the hood, you're gonna get a one-on-one. You're gonna get a one-on-one. You're gonna get a one-on-one in the hood. And that is what it is. One-on-one, you got your ass whooped. Okay, we gotta let that go. It's over with, dog. You can't beat him. You know what I mean? You can't beat him. That's over with. You see what I'm saying? So that's true. The nigga whooped me and my cousin. Whooped me and my cousin. beat both of us. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, cuz he ain't beat me like that. He was talking about it too. I was like, damn, bro, he ain't beat me like that. I gave him a better fight than you did. Cuz like, when I got slammed, I jumped back up. You know what I mean? I jumped back up and went back at him. You know what I mean? I was fighting hard, bro, but nigga was just too big, dog. I was just too big, dog. I was just out of my lane, bro. I'm just being honest with you, bro. Hey, listen, check it out, though. This real story, though. Check it out. This is my dog right here now. Listen. I don't want nobody laughing at my dog. This is my dog, Dr. Umar. This is my dog. Now, I love Dr. Umar now. Now, I know that, he's with the bullshit, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Now, I want you guys to hear something. Now, I want you guys to hear something. This my brother. If you want to donate, now I don't know Dr. Umar Johnson. Never met him before in my life. But I'm telling you, when I was caught up in the race hustling and the race baiting and stuff, like this was my go-to guy about 10 years ago. You know what I mean? I was still in the Nation of Islam, but I wasn't like as active as I used to be. I wasn't really active at that time. In the Nation, you got people who are in the mosque that soldier every day, going to the FOI meetings, going to the FOI meetings, FOI class, during the week, going out there soldiering, selling final call newspapers. Those people are active. Then you have people who don't go to the mosque as much, who don't be out there soldiering, they're not active. So I wasn't active in the mosque at that time, but I still had the mindset. So when this guy came out, this was my go-to guy, Dr. Umar, my main man. Oh, bro, listen, bro. Oh, this is my go-to guy. But listen, my dog right now. I know y'all love Dr. Umar. I know y'all do, right? So a lot of these guys, they subscribe to this guy. And this is what we in. This is my dog right here. Here go my dog.
Covered up with propaganda. It's been covered up with religious doctrine.
Here you go.
It's because it's been covered up with propaganda. It's been covered up with religious doctrine. It's been covered up with media socialization. It's been covered up with public school miseducation. You have to pull it away, pull off all the silk and all the rubbish and all the soil.
You see, my brother got the boxing glove on. You see that there, right? You say, Coach, what does this have to do with boxing? Everything. You see, my brother, he got the boxing glove on. It says, FDMG, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey School Academy. Yes, sir. You see, my brother got the boxing glove on, so he's ready to fight. He's ready. He's calling out Canelo. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me turn it up. Y'all say it sound low. Let's do this. Y'all say it sound low. Hold on. I got you. We finna make it right. Hold on. I got you. We finna make it right. We finna make it right. Hold on, we finna make it right. Hold on. We finna make it right.
We are all the
So this is my dog right here now. This is my go-to guy. Boy, I was so pseudo. Boy. This is my go-to guy right here, boy. Boy, you say anything about Dr. Umar Johnson, boy. Hey, why wouldn't have put them paws on you, bro? Bro, you say anything about my brother, man. You know what I mean, man? You say anything about Dr. Umar, man. You're gonna get them paws put on you. Go ahead, Dr. Umar. Anything. Hold on, man. Hold on. Here you go. Hold on, guys. Hold on. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah, you say anything about my brother, man. As a matter of fact, why is this disconnected? Yeah. Why does that keep coming up? Anything about Umar, bro. You say anything about Umar, I'm gonna put them paws on you. You know what I mean? Anything. You know, so I sent money to his school too back about 10 years ago.
Every man and woman African in the world is a superhero. You got a special talent that God gave you, just like Superman.
Hold on. He say just like Superman. Hold on. Now, I want y'all to hear this now. My brother say we superheroes, right? Say we superheroes, just like Superman. Here you go.
Just like Incredible Hulk, just like Wonder Woman. You got a special God-given talent that you have to find. And by the way, all those comic book characters are stolen African deities. By the way, all those comic book characters are stolen African deities. By the way, all those comic book characters are stolen African deities. Superman is an archetype of Shango. Thor is an archetype of Shango. Incredible Hulk is an archetype of Ogun. Wolverine is an archetype of Ogun. Wonder Woman is an archetype of Oya. Aquaman is an archetype of Olokun. Every single superhero that exists was created, fabricated, and plagiarized from the divine conscious energy and information through which God sent the Orishas, the Loas, the Abusums, and the Netters. We are divine.
You see, he taking the glove off.
We are divine.
He taking the glove off.
And we're going to have to find our divinity.
My brother,
in order to achieve our liberty. We're going to have to find our, not no religion. Stop running to religion. You can't find divinity in a book. Your divinity is in no book. I have the Bible. I have the Quran. I read them both. I love those books.
Hey, listen.
They don't compare to the Holy Odu Ifa, but I love those books. I read the Old Testament. All of those books are plagiarized versions of the traditional African Medu Neter and other Nile Valley spiritual texts. So right
now, back in my day, but when I heard this, I automatically felt like, dog. I showed y'all my rabbit hippity and my dog Cookie. Now when I hear Umar Johnson, I feel like He-Man. I want to pull my sword out, point it to Cookie, and then let her become a real big dog, become like Battle Cat or something. Bro, listen, you can't listen. And you know the crazy part about it? You got people sending them donations. I was one of them about 10 years ago. You know, about 10 years ago. Yeah, bro, listen, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Boy, about 10 years ago, boy, oh man, bro. Boy, you say anything about Dr. Umar, boy. Listen. So this why I play him in. Hold on, he go another. He go my brother. Here go my brother. Dr. Umar, what you got for us? What you got for us, Doc? Doc, what you got for us? Hold up. What you got for us, Doc? Come on. One more again. He got something else for us. We was on 250. I think we was on 250. He got something else for us. Hold on. Let's see.
Empower and resources to
here go our brother.
Chinese African.
Now our brother's a Pan-Africanist. He's a Pan-Africanist now. He say no mention of Night Riders. Oh, bro, listen. Yeah, man. Night Rider, bro. Listen, he said, Coach, don't miss the Night Rider. Yeah, Night Rider, bro. Listen, bro. Bro, you have no idea, bro. Hey, bro, don't, bro. He said we all superheroes. He said we all superheroes, right? With super, So I felt like that. I felt like that. You see what I'm saying? And then when I came in the nation, brother, you talking about He-Man, brother? Listen, brother. So when I was in the nation, brother, you talking about a white European brother who's supposed to be He-Man? How in the hell you got a white European, that's supposed to be He-Man? You the black man, you the original man, you the owner, the maker, the cream of the planet Earth, the God of the universe, brother. You are the one that the European is trying to mimic, brother. How you gonna look up to, brother? Brother, listen, I came in the nation, everything changed. With no more He-Man, no, listen, I didn't like He-Man no more. I didn't like Superman. He was white. Let's see. The X-Men, the only one I was allowed to like was Storm, because she was black. Let's see. The Hulk, I liked him when he was green, but I didn't like David Banner. You see what I'm saying? So, bro, that's crazy. Just imagine, dog, you growing up looking at all these heroes, and then you gotta hate all of them now. Bro, hold on. Hey, this is a true story. Hold on. Where my dog at? Dr. Umar, here you go. Here you go, Dr. Umar.
Here we go. Dr. Umar, my name. Ancient African world. We used our power to uplift the rest of the world.
Here you go.
Africans civilized Europe. We built ancient Chinese civilization. We built ancient Indian civilization. We built ancient American civilization. We have always used our...
Hey, Lee, we got a call. Hold on. We got a call calling in, man. We got a call calling in, man. Hold on. Oh, they on the phone up. Yeah, we ain't accepting no calls right now, man. We ain't accepting no calls right now. Hold on, guys. Hold on. This is our brother, Dr. Umar, man. Listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I know y'all, bro. This brother here, man, is one of the funniest dudes on. This dude here, one of the funniest dudes on YouTube, bro. Like literally, bro. This dude is hilarious, bro. Like this dude here is hilarious, but that was my guy back in the day. Now, what the hell is my Why does this thing keep? That was my guy back in the day. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you now. I'm gonna keep it all the way live with you guys. That was my dude back in the day. Now Umar, now he was the one. He was the one that was gonna lead us to the promised land. He was the one. But hold on, guys. Let me play this, because this shit here funny. This shit is hilarious, bro. You want to laugh? Listen to this shit here.
And woman to reclaim their royal position. And when I say reclaim your royal position, I'm not saying that every one of us was a descendant of a king and a queen, because every one of us were not. When I say we need to reclaim our royal position, yes, I'm talking about the fact that every African in the world contains the DNA of divine royalty, which is the almighty creator and sustainer of the universe. We are the only people whose DNA comes from the creator. And the creator is the absolute royal highness of the entire universe. And we are the children of that royal divine highness. So every African who is kissed of the sun, who has the blood of God within their veins, are royalty. And that is the position I come from. And that is what I will teach at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. The European ruled the world, and he did it with blood and oppression. The Arab ruled a part of the world, and he did it with blood and oppression. The African is the only one to ever rule the world with righteousness. I'm gonna say it again.
Hey, hold on. So I want you to understand something. Your favorite YouTube channels, they listen to this guy. Some of them. You can tell who they listen to by the rhetoric that comes out of their mouth. So I like to use stuff as teaching points. You can tell who they listen to by the rhetoric that comes out of their mouth. So when someone is hypnotized with this type of psychosis like I was, guess what? You ain't anything other than pro-black, attack whitey, everything racist, we the chosen people, you know, we the melanated ones. We on prayer. Anything outside of that, you're gonna be a coon, Uncle Tom, sellout. Guess what? I got proof. Umar, tell him, brother. Tell him, Umar. Tell him.
African is the only one to ever rule the world with righteousness. Let me go with another. And as far as who's black and who's not, for the Garveyite, for the Pan-Africanist, if one of your parents is an African, you are an African. If one of your parents is an African, you are an African. But you must psychologically pledge allegiance to African people. If you do not psychologically pledge allegiance to African people, you can be blue, black, purple from Jamaica. You can be blue, black, purple from Nigeria. You can be blue, black, purple from Brazil. You can be blue, black, purple from Cuba or Puerto Rico. And if you do not pledge allegiance to African people, then I do not consider you to be an African. I.e.
There you go. Hold on. Now he finna break it down. Hold on. Remember I told you guys now. What did I tell you? If you do not, you hear this with a lot of these alphabet boy tellers. If you do not subscribe to what they're subscribing to, you will be, and even if you black, look just like them, you will be called a coon, or Uncle Tom, and a sellout. But Umar, let them know, Umar. Let them know, Umar. I don't want nobody thinking I'm capping. You know, we listening to the King Kong consciousness right now. We listen to the King Kong. Now, this is my guy now. Come on now. This is my dude now. I rocks with Umar Johnson. I don't send him no more money or nothing, but I'm just saying, you know, this is my guy back in the day. Shout out to I mean, for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, as an African, I'm embarrassed. Hold on, man. Hey, Philly Fly said, we got to stay on code. We got to stay on code now. Hold on. I want y'all to hear this now. This is deep. Because I want you to hear what I've been experiencing. This is what I've been experiencing for some of my detractors.
To African people, then I do not consider you to be an African, i.e. Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, Clarence Thomas, Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, and I can name a whole bunch of Negroes who I don't consider to be part of the African family because of who they pledge allegiance to, which is the white power structure.
Let's stop right there. Let's go back.
My mom was born in Jamaica.
I want y'all to hear this one more time. You hear my dog. Now, hold on. Barack Obama, Condoleezza Rice, you know, black people don't like her. A lot of black people in America don't like her because she's a Republican. Blacks in America, if you're a Republican, they automatically call you a racist. And if you're black and you're a Republican, they call you Uncle Tom Coon to sell out. You have to be Democrat because Democrats, you know, but that's neither here nor there. But let's hear what my brother. Let's hear what my brother got to say right. Here you go. This is the criteria. You have to. Now, y'all want to know the code. This is the code.
To African people. If you do not psychologically pledge allegiance to African people, you can be blue, black, purple from Jamaica. You can be blue, black, purple from Nigeria.
This is the
code. You can be blue, black, purple from Brazil.
The code is you have to pledge allegiance according to now. When you talk to other people online, they got different code. But according to our brother, the Pan-African brother, Dr. Umar Johnson, you have to pledge allegiance to African people. You have to pledge allegiance to this. If you don't do that, even though we're born in America, but that's neither here nor there. If you don't do that, then this is the issue. So this is the code, guys. So for all my pro-blacks out there, you have to pledge allegiance to, according to my brother, Dr. Umar Johnson. Let's go. Hold on. Let's go. Sorry about that. You got to pledge allegiance. Let's go.
Blue, black, purple from Cuba or Puerto Rico. And if you do not pledge allegiance to African people, then I do not consider you to be an African, i.e. Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, Clarence Thomas, Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, and I can name a whole bunch of Negroes who I don't consider to be part of the African family because of who they pledge allegiance to, which is the white power structure.
Come on. So that's the code. That's the code. So that's the code now. So now, if you want to be a part of this movement that my brother got going on, he's a Pan-Africanist now. If you want to be a part of the Pan-African movement, you have to pledge allegiance to the Pan-African thoughts. That's the code. If you don't do that, even if you're black and you don't do that, then you will not be considered, what are African. So that means you're off code. They will call you a coon. You will be an Uncle Tom. You will be a sellout. If you're a female, you will be a Thomasina. Thomasina. They'll call you a bed witch. They'll call you all of those different things. I just want to let you know now. I want to let you know. And so now, my brother Dr. Umar, he's a very articulate speaker. So, these charlatans, they're able to get a following because they speak very well. And you have people who love articulation. So, in America over here, you have people who look like me. If you can articulate very well, put words together very well, be very eloquent in your speaking, know how to break things down, know how to be animated and passionate when you speak. Guess what? You'll get a whole bunch of people who look like me. They will follow you. They will ride for you. They'll go online and debate for you, and they will send you their money. I know, trust me, I know. I was one of them. So I'm just letting you know. But I still like Dr. Umar. He's funny as hell. The dude funny. I ain't gonna lie, the dude funny as hell. But boy, if you'd have caught me about 10 years ago, shit, nigga, please. But I say all that to say this. This is what I'm going through now. The reason why it's so easy for me to destroy these dudes with the mindset, I know the playbook that they're playing out of. They're playing out of the Dr. Umar Johnson playbook. They're playing out of the Reverend Al Sharpton playbook. They're playing out of the Jesse Jackson playbook. They're playing out of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan playbook. They're playing out of the I know something I'm forgetting. It's something I'm forgetting. But they're playing out of that playbook. And then you'll have people who follow this guy. They'll attack me. Oh man, nigga, you going off cold and you trying to appease the white man and this and that and yada yada yada. Niggas ain't that's what they gonna say. I know what they're going to say before they say it. So it's so easy for me to destroy them. But anyways, we're gonna rock about another 12 minutes. We're gonna rock about another 12 minutes before I shut the show down because I'm having so much fun. So let me address the chat. Little Green Eyes P said, I couldn't repeat what he would call me. Oh yeah. Oh man, this here, man. He said, Big Red Gun said, I noticed the real ones keeping it real quiet. Hey man, man. Hey, he said, my brother's sticking with this culture. Man, I don't know what culture that is because we in America, so we have an American culture, we have an American experience. I can't, Africa is a continent, dog. Africa is a continent. It's not a country, it's a continent. It has 54 countries. You know what I mean? But anyway, he said right. Shaq was the only cat that he mentioned that wasn't mixed. I tweak it. Nah, Shaq and Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley's not mixed neither. Let's see. Umar is the last prophet for the sweet potato pie. Hey, this messed up, man. Y'all need to cut it out, man. Oh man, hey blood, that's dirty, man. Hey, look here, man. Don't talk about my brother like that, man. I don't sent this man money about 10 years ago and everything, man, for the school. Don't do that. Hey, you say polite. Yeah, polite another one. Yeah, so these guys, they come from these guys. So some of these channels, they try to incorporate some of this stuff. They're not good at it, though. They're not good at it, to be honest with you. They're not good at it. They're trying, but they're not good at it. So they because they don't have the wit, they don't have the knowledge, they haven't studied, read the books, done the research. I got a lot of these books over here. You know what I mean? I got a lot of these books over here to my left. So they're not, they know like very primary, not primary information. They know like the basics. They know the basics, and that's about all they know. They don't know. They don't know. They just know the basics. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, this shit easy. It's easy. Like, okay, this dude, you still coming with that? Oh man, I heard that I heard that in 1995. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's 99. Yeah, that's easy to block. You know, oh, that's 2010. Oh, you got that from Umar Johnson. Oh, yeah, you've been watching Tariq Nasheed. Oh, shit, you was listening to Jason Black. Oh, you was listening to the Army Raw Squad. Oh, okay, you over there on the TV. Oh, you heard Brother Polite. Yes, I know everything they're saying is coming from that school of thought. That's why it's so easy for me to body them. It's so easy for me to body them. You know what I mean? You know, Danny said, he said they ain't well versed. No, they not. They not. So that's why they get mad and just go to curse. Oh, bitch ass nigga, you know, shut up, block. You know what I mean? Because they don't have these guys who's been on, I call them the old crusty niggas. They've been on YouTube for a long time. They don't have the mental fortitude. They don't have the intellectual fortitude in order to be able to articulate their position. Now they can to some of their followers, their subscribers, but they operating on a very low frequency. But someone like me that's operating on a higher frequency, I got a bird's eye view. I'm looking at these dudes like this. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're doing. Oh, yeah. Oh, you dealing from under the deck, huh? Yeah, you ain't really that good at. No, this ain't your lane, dog. This ain't your like. I'm looking. Nah, this ain't your lane, dog. This ain't your lane. Nah, yeah, you seen one or two Umar Johnson books. You know, videos. Yeah, you been following Tariq Nash. Yeah, nah, this ain't your lane, dog. Stick to keep it to boxing. Don't try to mix the race shit in there. Dante's boxing, race baiting ace. Yeah, bro, this ain't your lane. This ain't your lane, dog. This ain't your lane. It's not your lane, dog. You know, you trying though. You trying. It's not your lane, though. It's not your lane. You see what I'm saying? So, Retro says, he said, I did listen to Tariq Nasheed and Umar argue over some dumb shit. I think they was arguing over slapper reels or some shit. Hey, listen, Tariq Nasheed is hilarious. Bruh, I swear to God, that dude could have been a comedian, bruh. This dude is so funny. Like, if you want to get roasted, that dude, boy, Tariq Nasheed is hilarious, bro. He's one of my favorites. He is funny. He's funny. He said red and blue pill. Oh, red and blue pill, yeah, all that's from the conscious community. Red and blue pill, the two brothers, the two pills, mama pill, the daddy pill, uncle pill. Yeah, but you talking about red and blue pill. I got pictures. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see a picture with me and Professor Griff on my Instagram. My Professor Griff, I know this guy personally. You know what I mean? I met him. You know what I mean? Know him personally. You know, I have his book. I have one of Professor Griff's. Bro, I got all the pseudo shit, all the pseudoscience. I got all that shit. So I know the playbook. So when I hear the alphabet boys, I'm like, oh, they go to talking that black shit. I'm like, oh, goddamn. You know, so you can't. Not with me. He say Dante preaching on black needs to be with black. Yeah, he laid up with an Asian. Hey, Diallo, not only that, listen, whoever the man laying up with, it is what it is. But bro, you left America, you live in an Asian country. How you gonna lead the racial revolution in Taiwan? And that's another thing. A lot of these dudes, they talk that black shit, but they got white women at home. You ain't even got a black woman. How you gonna but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, shout out to Drew. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Favorite Umar line is, it only takes a small amount of white brainwashing to activate the raccoon chip. But I remember when he said that. Drew, oh my God, bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you, dog. These dudes are hilarious. Bro, just listen. You want to get a good laugh? Smoke some of the stickiest of the icky. Smoke some of the stickiest of the icky, dog. And just go listen to Tariq Nasheed. Especially when he going to talk about them butter biscuits. Yeah, see, you see, they do anything for butter biscuits. And this and that. That's Tariq Nasheed. He got him a mixed wife. You know, that ain't knocking the man. You know, that ain't knocking that. But I'm just saying, though, right? You'll be surprised. Your revolutionaries, they not as black as you think they are. You got to understand, this shit is a hustle. It's a business. This is a profession. You know what I mean? And, you know, there's a lot of money in it. That's all. There's a lot of money in it. That's all. You know what I mean? So, anyways, but that right there, that shit, that was hilarious, bro. But that's Umar Johnson's famous word there, coon. You's a coon. You's a coon. You cooning. And then Tariq Nasheed say, see, he's cooning for butter biscuits. Yes, family. Yes, family. Yes, he's cooning for butter biscuits, family. Yes, he is. He's clooning, you know, and we're going to have to do better as a community family. That's what we're going to have to do. We're gonna, yeah. So, bro, it's like, man, bro, but they got a following. They got a following. So, you know, they got a following, boy. Hey, she said Tariq is hilarious. Man, Tariq Nasheed is hilarious, bro. Bro, that dude is, bro. I like Tariq Nasheed. I like Umar Johnson. Them dudes is funny as hell. Funny as, now I ain't gonna give them no money now. I ain't gonna do that. But they funny as hell, bro. They funny as hell. They funny as hell, bro. They are funny as hell, man. But shout out to them brothers there, man. Shout out to them brothers. They funny as hell, bro. Them brothers funny as hell. Yeah, but these so you gotta watch these race hustlers, man. These race hustlers, the motherfuckers, and then these race hustle supporters. Because the race hustle supporters, you can tell by what a race. Listen, this is how you know a race hustler supporter. He don't even know he's a race hustler supporter. He don't even know he's a victim. He or she doesn't even know they're a victim of being of a race hustle. But you'll know who they listen to based on what they say in the chat. And what they say in the chat, you automatically know, oh yeah, they've been listening to this guy. Once you know the playbook from which they're operating from, it's very easy to debate them. Because they're gonna revert back to cursing you out. They're gonna call you names. That's what they got. They're gonna call you names. You know what I mean? But yeah, but Tariq Nasheed funny. Tariq Nasheed funny though. He said why Tariq be snapping his fingers when he talking. You know what I mean? Be having a hissy fit. Yeah, Tariq Nasheed funny, man. Yeah, Tariq Nasheed funny. Tariq Nasheed, bro, listen, bro. I like Tariq Nasheed. I'm going to tell you, it's some females I listen to, too. Go listen to Cynthia G. Cynthia G is funny as hell. She's funny as hell. She be going off, bro. Oh, my, Cynthia G funny as hell. Oh, bro, listen, she funny. It's quite a few of them out there. I'm going to tell you somebody else. Well, man, what did the other dude name, man? He got over 1 million subscribers. What my dude name? What my dude name is? I be watching this dude. This dude is hilarious too, man. When black women be calling in, he be like, Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels. Oh my God, bro. I listen to a lot of different content creators. You know, like a lot of different white content creators as well. I study like a lot of different content creators. To be honest with you, I used to study the YTBC content creators, but I don't as much as I used to because I've been so caught up in looking at a lot of the other ones. I got a couple that I look at. Of course, I look at Rex Blood every day. I look at Ring IQ, look at Shan. I look at BDA. I check out Moni Brown. Even if he say something I don't like, I still check him out, man. That's a good brother. And it's some other sporting icons. It's a couple I look at. Punch Perfect Boxing. It's a couple I look at. But I've been looking at a lot of the other stuff, like the other content creators. Like them other content creators, they like really doing it. They really doing it. They really doing it, bro. Like, bro, they like that. That's who I really study. That's who I really study. Yeah, these dudes is funny, man. They say synthetic G. There y'all go. Hey, there y'all go, man. See, brother. See what you doing, brother. See, you attacking the sisters, brother. We can't have none of that, brother. Diallo, you can't have none of that. Here you go. Here you go. Shout out to my brother, Retro. He said that wig is what's funny. Oh man, listen, man, y'all get off my sister wig, man. You know, he said, his lady said Dr. Boyce Watkins. Oh yeah, Dr. Boyce Watkins, yeah, man. Watkins ain't really funny though. Watkins ain't really funny to me. I mean, you know, I bought his course. I bought Dr. Boyce Watkins' course. Financial literacy course back in I want to say 2015. I want to say 2015. Hey, shout out to my brother Rebuttal, man. Yeah, I listen to my brother Rebuttal too, man. Hey, okay. I listen to my brother Rebuttal too, man. Him, shout out to Lou, light skinned Lou over there, man. Lou Peterson, man. Shout out to my brother Rebuttal over there, the boys over there in DC, man. Yeah, I came up in all that shit, bro. I know all of them. I know all of them. When I say I know all of them, I'm not saying I know them personally. Some of them I do know personally, though. Some of them I do know personally. I've met, but I come from that school of thought, so I get it. I get it, bro. I get it. I come from that school of thought. Tommy Sotomayor, yeah, Tommy Sotomayor. Oh, they call him Coon. They call him Tariq Nasheed. Call him Crispy, bro. It's oh my god. He say, Coach, were you on ever on Phil Donahue show when Minister Farrakhan on College? No, I wasn't on there. I wasn't on the show. Oh, but I was militant then, bro. Oh, I used to love some Dr. Khalid Muhammad, bro. I did security for Khalid. It wasn't just me by myself, but me and you know, when a high-ranking minister comes into the city, in the nation, this is like 1993, 1994, 95. Khalid got kicked out the nation in 93, I think. 93 or no, 94, 93 or 94. Minister Farrakhan went on a Stop the Killing tour, and he went to all of the churches in America, the black churches in America, and that led up to the Million Man March in 1995. So yeah, let me tell you something. Dr. Khalid Muhammad, he's not here anymore, so I'm not going to say anything bad about him. Even if whatever, I'm not going to ever say anything bad about that brother. But Dr. Khalid Muhammad, just look at some Dr. Khalid Muhammad videos, and you'll understand his position. I'll just say that. Yeah, I don't know that dude. He's somebody new. He's somebody new. I come from like the second resurrection back in the day. We're talking about 91, 90, 91, 92, 93. That dude wasn't around it. I don't know who he is. That dude wasn't around it. We're talking about the early 90s, all throughout the 90s, the 2000s, all the way up to like 2010. I don't know who that dude is. The guys who in it now, there's a different breed that's in it now. The ones back then was really, you know, they was on it. The one back then, the ones back then, they was really about it, bro. I'm telling you, it was really about it. I know, I was around them brothers. They was really about it. Them boys out of New Jersey, them boys out of Philly, them boys out of Chicago, them boys out of Detroit, them boys out of LA, them boys out of Miami, them boys out of Atlanta. They was on it. They was on it. They was on it. So anyway, we finna get ready to go, guys. We got one more call called, and I'll take another call. See what it says. We'll take one more call. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? We got Dirty Red out of Mississippi online. Dirty Red, what's going on, fam? What you want to talk about?
Man, what's going on, Coach? Hey, man, you a down south boy like me, man. Let me ask you, did y'all used to play flip?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, for real, though. You know what I mean?
man, I was telling some of my cousins up north, man. I was like, man, I said, country boy love fighting. I said, man, y'all love too. I said, we love fighting. He was like, man, what you talking about? I said, man, we would just start, man, slamming each other on the ground for no damn reason. I guess when you in the country, you bored, you ain't got nothing else to do. You just make up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, man. Yeah, absolutely, bro. That was the days, man. Them days over with. Them days
done, man.
Yeah,
them
man.
Days done, man.
Hey,
let me ask you a question, man. Who you think, well, you finna ask me something? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Well, we finna wrap the show up, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. I said, do you think Crawford gonna fight somebody in the meantime, or you think he gonna wait on Ugas and Spence to get done?
No, I think he's gonna fight somebody. I mean, it doesn't make sense to wait. I mean, you have he just had a fight in November. He just had a fight last month. So, you know, I figure he'll probably get back in the ring in probably like maybe March or something. I would like to see him fight Virgil Ortiz myself, because Virgil Ortiz is #1 in the WBO, but he won't be ordered. He won't be ordered. That won't be mandated right now since he already fought his mandatory. So I would like for him to do that versus, you know, just sitting. It doesn't make sense to sit around and wait. You can wait, and it still doesn't mean you're gonna get to fight any goddamn ways. You know, you haven't. It's been 4 years, you still haven't got it. So move on, and just fight somebody else. It doesn't mean he doesn't need to sit around because he's 34 years old and he's not getting any younger. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to do that, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, before you wrap the show, man, let me ask you one more thing, man. Have you heard of it? Have you seen that boy Morrell fight? David Morrell Jr.?
Yeah, I seen him fight.
Man, what you think about him?
Yeah, he pretty good. David Morrell Jr., he pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
him. They say he calling out like guys like David Benavidez, you know, he's trying to step it up in competition, but supposedly David Benavidez tells her he needs 5 more fights so they can get a fight together. So, you know, I don't know what's going to go on with this, but I've been watching. I don't watch a few of his fights. So I'm like, okay, this guy, this guy looks like he might be the truth, you know, but we'll see. We'll see. But appreciate you having me on, Coach.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Shout out to my brother Dirty Red, man, from Mississippi, man. Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get the super chat out the way. Shout out to Drew.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, why was Dr. Khaled kicked out? Dr. Khaled was kicked out of the nation because he said he gave a speech at King College, and he was talking about I think he said something. He was talking about the Jewish people, the scholars or something like that. And a lot of pressure came down on Minister Farrakhan from the I guess the ADL, and they put a lot of pressure on him, and then a lot of politicians, black politicians, put a lot of pressure on him. And this is true. Now, of course, some members in the Nation of Islam now have been like, "No, hell no, that ain't never happened. Minister Farrakhan, he don't provide out of no pressure." Man, boy, hush. That's what happened. And then he had to end up because Khaled didn't say nothing no different than he normally always said. So he didn't say nothing no different than he normally always said. But because of the Million Man marches coming up, and I just think that maybe Minister Farrakhan, he had to do something in order for them to allow that Million Man march to happen, because you had to have a lot of political contacts in order to be able to pull that off. And so that's why he got kicked out of the nation. And I never forget the words that Minister Farrakhan said was, although I do agree with the truths that our brother Dr. Khalid said, but I disagree with the manner in which he brought the truth, the manner in which he brought the spirit in which he said the truth. And that was the reason he gave. So yeah, that's what happened there. Shout out to the Queen, Lady Shan, for dropping that 449. Bam, pound on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
She said, I turned down appearing on the LDBC channel politely a couple of months ago, and he replied, calling me Candace Owens. I went on call. I guess I weren't on call. No, you wasn't on call. Yeah, they do that. Yeah. You call your name, your name calling. That's what they do. That's what they do, Shan. Name call when you don't, and that's it. But they're teachers. That's why I told you, Umar Johnson. These are their teachers. That's who they got it from. That's where they got it from. Shout out to Wayne Love Peacock for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, shout out to you, fam, for the super chat, man. Let's go ahead and give everybody a round of applause, man. And we're gonna go ahead and go out OJ Jew Man style. You know how we do it. We're gonna have a damn good show tomorrow. Promise you that. We're gonna have a damn good show tomorrow, man. I promise you that, man. I already got everything set up, ready to go. Let's get into this. Shout out to the Queen Miss Sexy. She was in today. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365. Shout out to the Queen Lady Shan. Shout out to the Queens on Lisa Bells. Shout out to Loke. What up, Loke? LOC, what's happening, fam? Shout out to JH Lethal. Shout out to Steven Rivas. Shout out to my main man Diallo Huggy, man. Huggy Bear in the building. Shout out to Bruce Goals. What's up, bro? Shout out to Thomas. Thomas 2112. What's happening? Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Nearly Fuller Jr., man, for supporting the channel. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Tron C. Shout out to Lil Green Eyes P. Shout out to my brother, man, Rebuttal Entertainment. He says Charles Barkley's mixed, coach. Yeah. Well, I didn't know he was mixed, but does it matter? You know what I mean? Like you know what, Rebuttal? Because people pick and choose. Sean King is mixed. He damn near white. Colin Kaepernick is mixed. I mean, he grew up in the white household, so Barack Obama is mixed. You know what I mean? So, but I get what you're saying though. Thank you for correcting me on that, Rebuttal. Thank you, my brother, for correcting me on that. Yeah, he said Merry Christmas to you, my brother. Shout out to light skinned Lou, man, the Peterson family, my brother Lewis over there, Rebuttal Entertainment. Shout out to you too, fam. Shout out to the Queen, Lil Green Eyes P. Shout out to the one, Mr. Ham. Shout out to Peter Von Arks. Shout out to JB in the building. Shout out to my brother Retro Boss in the documentaries. Please subscribe. I gotta go look at some more of his older videos. I like learning shit, like the old school stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, if you want to learn boxing, like just go to his channel, please. Shout out to Ghost. Shout out to Peter Von Ark. Shout out to Ahmed. What's going on, my brother? Thank you for the super chat as well. Shout out to Philly Fly. Shout out to JB. Shout out to Tron C in the building. Shout out to Jay. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, shout out to and we're gonna say that for last. Shout out to Diallo Huggy. Shout out to Light Walker. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bell. Shout out to Andy C. Shout out to Opender. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to Danny Phantasmo. Shout out to Victor Torres. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Ghost. Peter Von Arx. Big Red Gun. Shout out to the Queen Karma Serene. Shout out to I see June. I guess that's how to say your name. Shout out to Halim in the building. Shout out to, I think I got everybody up there. Let's go back to the bottom. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to JH Lethal, Opender, LT Boxing. Shout out to LT Boxing. Shout out to Paul Evans. Salute to Ava as well. Shout out to Smile Back If You're Ugly. Shout out to, once again, Lady Shan, Dun Them Season, please subscribe. Shout out to JB. Shout out to Misfit. Misfit, salute to you, Queen. What she say? She says, yeah, we've been new that type of time. Dante was by this intro alone. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, they be revolutionaries with a white woman in the bedroom. Revolutionary with anything other than the black woman in there. You know, I'm supposed to follow you. How you gonna give me some pro-black advice when you ain't even got a black woman? That's another thing. Get a black woman first, you know, before you give me some pro-black advice. So, anyways, shout out to Toby Bartlett. Shout out to and there's nothing wrong with white women, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna be preaching pro ethnicity, at least have a woman of your ethnicity, you know, in your household. That's all I'm saying, bro. Shout out to Heavy Leather. Shout out to the hypocrisy is what I'm talking about. Shout out to Diallo Huggy. Man, I know dudes in the Nation of Islam left the nation and married a white woman. I'm not lying. I'm dead ass serious, bro. A real white Mexican woman as well. I know some in the nation that they did that. They really did that. Up there in Chicago, in the higher ranks, in Minister Farrakhan's son, Joshua Farrakhan, married to a white woman. They have kids together. Shout out to and you know, that's nothing wrong with that. But don't be preaching to the white man the devil and all that stuff there, and you got a white woman in your household. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Lake Show 42. Shout out to Anthony Evelyn. Shout out to Yuli X Games. Shout out to Aaron Parker. Shout out to Jay Greens. Shout out to Macho Marco. Shout out to Billy Kitman. Shout out to GTPT. Shout out to GTPT. Sorry about that. Shout out to Wayne Love Peacock. Shout out to George H. Shout out to Shiny. Shout out to Wayne Love Peacock once again. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to who else we have? My brother Charlo. What's going on, fam? Late Show 42. Shout out to 702 Man Cave. Jorge Herrera. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Opender. What's happening? I think that's it. Slim Reaper. Diallo Huggy, aka Huggy Bear. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Juan Lopez. Shout out to Tony Kelly and the boys. Shout out to Mad Dog H. Shout out to Philly Fly. F Society, Arthur Hawkins, from Maryland. I think from Maryland, DC. I think from Maryland. Yeah, Baltimore, B-more, yeah. Shout out to George H. Shout out to Andy C. Shout out to my brother Retro Boxing the Documentaries, Rod Rib Shows. Shout out to Young Foe. What's going on, fam? Mad Dog H. Let's see. Shout out to Bohemio. What's going on, fam? Shout out to let's see. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Ahmed as well. Shout out to Pounds. Smile Back If You're Ugly or if you're pretty. Shout out to JB. And I think that's it. Oh yeah. And before we go, let's give everybody a shout out who called. Shout out to Track from Orlando. Shout out to Jerron from New York. Shout out to Dirty Red from Mississippi. And also we're going to give a round of applause and a shout out to Rick Glaser for making this happen. And shout out to Freeway Ricky Ross. Freeway Rick Ross, man. Rick Glaser made that happen, but I don't give a damn what nobody say about Rick Glaser. He Gucci with me. So y'all can call him racist, whatever you want to call him. He Gucci with me. So you know what I mean? He's straight with me. So other than that, that's it. Other than that, that's it, man. This is about Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today, USA Boxing. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. Don't meet me there, beat me there. See you guys tomorrow, man. Holla at your boy. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.